Hello, everyone. In today's modern world, standards of beauty are constantly evolving, bringing with them trends and desires to change one's appearance that are more diverse and bold than ever before. Some people stop at subtle enhancements, while many others are willing to push boundaries, even changing their very identity to achieve their dream look. In today's video, we'll explore extraordinary stories of individuals who have undergone cosmetic surgery to change their race, a journey full of challenges, hopes, and no shortage of pain. These are deeply personal experiences that reveal the true cost behind altering one's appearance, offering valuable lessons about self-love and acceptance. Have you ever heard someone share their experience of changing their appearance or identity? If yes, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, leave a 0. Either way, get ready, some of the stories coming up might leave you speechless. And if this is your first time watching a video from our channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss any exciting content. Now let's get started. The first case is Zhou Chuna, a social media influencer from China. She was naturally beautiful in a way many people dream of: big, round eyes, smooth skin, and soft, captivating features like she had stepped right out of a fairy tale. But surprisingly, Zhou wasn't happy with her appearance. She wanted to look more Western, believing that this would make her more attractive and more accepted by society. Sounds confusing, right? Why would someone already so beautiful want to completely change herself, like altering a masterpiece that was already perfect? But that's what she truly wanted. And Zhou didn't hesitate to begin her transformation. She consulted numerous plastic surgeons and carefully planned each procedure, double eyelid surgery, to create deeper, more Western-looking eyes. A nose job to make her nose higher and more refined, jaw reshaping to achieve the sharp contoured look she considered modern. She was willing to endure pain and spend a significant amount of money, all to turn that dream into reality. What's remarkable is that Zhou was completely open about her transformation journey. She documented and shared every step on social media before, during, and after each procedure. Every time she went under the knife, she recorded videos, took photos, and kept her thousands of followers updated. At first, Zhou seemed genuinely thrilled. Her new face made her feel more confident, and she always had a smile on her lips. Everyone thought she had finally achieved exactly what she had dreamed of. But over time, things began to change. The initial excitement slowly faded, and Zhou started revealing her true emotions. In several later videos, she openly admitted that she had regrets. She said she no longer recognized the person in the mirror, as if it wasn't her anymore. That unfamiliarity with her own face left her feeling lost. She felt like she had sacrificed something deeply important: her personal identity. Not only that, Zhou also shared that she felt lost within her own culture. Her new appearance made her feel like she no longer truly belonged to the community she grew up in. But at the same time, she couldn't fully assimilate into Western culture either. She found herself stuck in a kind of limbo, not belonging anywhere. And that left her in deep emotional pain. In Zhou's eyes, you can see a profound sense of regret, not just for the surgeries, but for the feeling of having lost herself. Everything she went through, from the physical pain and the massive financial costs to the deep emotional toll, ultimately led Zhou to one powerful realization. She came to understand that she had always been beautiful in her own unique way, and that trying to change herself to fit into someone else's standard of beauty didn't bring her happiness. In fact, it only took her further away from who she truly was. This is a hard-earned lesson, but an incredibly important one. True beauty doesn't come from changing yourself to meet someone else's standards. It comes from accepting and loving who you truly are. None of us are perfect, but it's confidence, kindness, and inner strength that create lasting beauty. It's a reminder for all of us learning to love yourself isn't about becoming the version the world wants to see, it's about becoming the most authentic version of you. Because in the end, only truth and self-love can lead us to genuine happiness. Lena was once a renowned model, celebrated for her stunning beauty and a flourishing career in the fashion world. Admired not only for her radiant appearance, but also for her style and professionalism on the runway, she seemed to embody everything the industry idealized. Yet behind the glimmering spotlight, Lena battled a deep obsession with perfection. No matter how much praise she received, she constantly saw flaws in herself, imperfections she believed needed correcting to align with the high standards she had set. Driven by the desire to perfect her image, Lena embarked on a journey through numerous cosmetic surgeries, each one bringing her in her eyes a step closer to the ideal version of herself she had always envisioned. However, things did not turn out as she had imagined. Instead of enhancing her appearance, the surgeries gradually distorted Lena's face. She endured painful blisters, severe acne outbreaks, and patches of sunburned skin due to injuries that were not properly cared for. Her skin became fragile and easily damaged, causing drastic changes both physically and mentally. These consequences became overwhelming for Lena, making her unable to recognize herself in the mirror every day. The physical pain combined with a profound sense of lost identity led her to slowly withdraw from the spotlight she once dreamed of. Ultimately, Lena decided to disappear from social media and step away from the glamorous modeling industry she had been part of for many years. Her story serves as a powerful warning about the dark side of today's beauty standards. It reminds everyone that pursuing perfection through extreme cosmetic procedures carries not only significant health risks, but can also cause profound psychological damage and a fractured sense of self. Lena endured the worst in her quest for beauty, and her story stands as a testament that self-love and acceptance are truly the most important things. Juju Oliveira is a standout name in the modeling world, renowned for her natural beauty and distinctive elegant style originating from Brazil. She quickly captured the hearts of many with her radiant appearance and charming personality. You may have seen her on fashion runways or in high-end photo shoots. Juju's natural beauty is undeniable, and her powerful allure consistently draws the attention of everyone around her. What many admire about her is her openness in sharing her cosmetic surgery journey, something quite rare in an industry where most keep their enhancements under wraps. Juju is transparent, regularly sharing her experiences, thoughts, and beauty routines with her fans without hiding anything. This honesty is highly appreciated as it sheds light on the realities of cosmetic surgery that few dare to discuss. However, things began to take a troubling turn as Juju gradually developed an addiction to fillers, a deeply concerning condition. What started as small changes quickly spiraled into an obsession. She became increasingly dependent on filler injections to maintain a youthful appearance, trapping herself in a never-ending cycle. Juju injected fillers all over her face, from lips and cheeks to various other areas, with increasing frequency and dosage. The subtle enhancements she once had grew increasingly obvious and excessive, significantly altering her original look. Juju's face gradually lost its natural charm, replaced by an exaggerated appearance that starkly contrasted with her once delicate features. The overuse of fillers caused her face to become noticeably swollen, distorted, and hard to ignore. Eventually, Juju barely recognized herself with her shockingly altered and painful appearance. It's truly tragic that such a beautiful woman had to endure this due to excessive cosmetic procedures. Juju's journey began with the desire to enhance her beauty, but took a tragic turn. The emotional toll she faced in coming to terms with her new look is entirely understandable. Amanda Ahola is a model from Finland and a well-known social media figure famous for undergoing extensive cosmetic surgeries. Born in Finland, she quickly caught attention with her determination to transform herself into a real-life Barbie doll. Amanda has undergone numerous procedures, including 3 breast augmentations, facial filler injections, and various other beauty treatments, resulting in a dramatic change in her appearance over time. Amanda's surgical journey has been far from easy and fraught with serious risks. She once experienced a severe complication from anesthesia, a life-threatening incident that served as a stark warning about the hidden dangers of excessive cosmetic procedures. Despite this, Amanda's passion for body modification remained strong, and she continued to pursue her dream by regularly sharing updates of her surgeries with her fans on social media. Amanda is very open about sharing her experiences, thoughts, and the challenges she has faced throughout her transformation journey. She frequently talks about the ideal surgeries and the confidence her new appearance has given her. Because of this openness, Amanda has become a figure who is both controversial and captivating in the world of extreme cosmetic surgery, inspiring admiration from many while also raising concerns for her well-being. Alicia Amira is a Swedish model, social media personality, and entrepreneur who is widely recognized for advocating and promoting the Bimboation movement. She has undergone numerous cosmetic surgeries to achieve an ultra-feminine appearance, including breast augmentations, lip fillers, and various other beauty treatments. Alicia proudly and openly shares her beauty journey, viewing it as a powerful form of self-expression and a way to empower herself. What sets Alicia apart is her deep dedication to the Bimboation movement, a lifestyle and aesthetic she passionately supports. She is the founder of the Bimbo Academy, a brand dedicated to promoting the unique beauty standards and lifestyle associated with this movement. Alicia views choosing and transforming one's appearance in the Bimbo style as a form of personal freedom, empowering women to express themselves boldly and challenge traditional societal stereotypes about beauty and gender roles. Alicia's transformation and her bold views on beauty have sparked a powerful wave of reactions, garnering admiration from many while also igniting intense controversy. By daring to challenge societal norms around beauty and women's roles, she has contributed to reshaping perceptions and expanding the boundaries of modern beauty standards. Alicia Amira is not only a role model for the Bimboation aesthetic, but also a symbol of freedom in choosing and expressing one's true self. Mary Sebastian Pickles. Magdalene, or whatever name she's using these days, is truly shocking on the highest level. She's famous for her extreme desire to become a human doll. And when I say famous, I mean she's a true social media phenomenon, captivating and horrifying people at the same time with her constant transformations. But I'm not talking about those cute Bratz dolls with big eyes and pouty lips. No, she's channeling something more like a porcelain doll, the kind with blank stares and tiny mouths, the ones you might find tucked away in a dusty attic just staring at you with their eerily cold, lifeless gaze. She has undergone countless surgeries, literally millions of procedures, especially an endless series of breast augmentations, as if on a never-ending mission to transform herself into a living doll. She even went as far as surgically altering the shape of her eyes to look more doll-like, which is truly unsettling. Can you imagine going under the knife just to change the shape of your own eyes? The problem is Mary was never satisfied no matter how many surgeries she underwent. She always found something new that needed tweaking, trapped in a relentless cycle of dissatisfaction. She constantly sought out consultations with different surgeons, always chasing an ideal version of herself that never seemed within reach. With every procedure, she moved further away from her original self and closer to a doll-like figure that had become nearly unrecognizable. This transformation is both captivating and deeply unsettling to witness. On social media, opinions are sharply divided. Some people are amazed by her dedication, while others express serious concern over how far she's willing to go. It's a hot-button topic that sparks strong opposing views, and cosmetic surgery experts have voiced serious warnings about the physical and psychological risks such extreme alterations can bring. Mary once shared that each surgery brought her closer to her true self. She believes that these transformations help her uncover her authentic identity, even if it means undergoing numerous cosmetic procedures. Mary has a loyal fan base that continues to support her, offering words of encouragement and admiration for her bravery and unwavering commitment to her personal vision. Lisa's first marriage to musician and actor Danny Keough on October 3, 1988, in Los Angeles, was closely tied to her Scientology beliefs. They dated for 3 years before marrying, and their honeymoon took place on a church yacht, marking the beginning of a vivid chapter in her life. During this period, Lisa experienced a profound personal event. She had an abortion, which she later described as the biggest mistake she ever made, revealing that the life of a celebrity often conceals private storms. Bella Hadid is widely regarded as one of the most strikingly beautiful and seemingly flawless women in the world today. However, despite her standout appearance, she hasn't escaped the swirling rumors surrounding plastic surgery since the early days of her fashion career. With her sharp features, balanced facial proportions, signature high cheekbones, and piercing blue-green eyes, Bella quickly rose to global fashion icon status. Her fame and undeniable allure have come hand in hand with intense scrutiny from the public and media. Every small detail of her face, from her sharply defined jawline to her full plump lips, has been placed under the microscope. Speculation about whether Bella has undergone cosmetic procedures has remained a hot topic on beauty forums and social media platforms, fueling endless debates and comparisons. However, Bella has consistently and confidently denied all rumors of cosmetic surgery. She asserts that the changes in her facial features are entirely natural, a result of growing up good genetics, a healthy diet, and expert makeup techniques. Bella often shares her beauty routines on social media, emphasizing how makeup alone can dramatically transform one's appearance. She isn't shy about posting childhood photos, either showing that her signature features have been with her from a young age. Additionally, Bella's older sister, the renowned supermodel Gigi Hadid, has repeatedly come to her defense, emphasizing that Bella's beauty is entirely natural and doesn't come from going under the knife. While these denials seem convincing, rumors about various procedures such as a nose job, jawline sculpting, brow lift, and lip fillers continue to swirl. These speculations have remained a hot topic in both the press and across social media platforms. Not only have Bella's facial features come under scrutiny, but her full alluring lips have also sparked speculation. Many believe she may have used fillers to enhance their plumpness. Despite Bella's repeated denials, Her undeniable charm, confidence, and magnetic presence on fashion runways and prestigious red carpets continue to captivate the world. Bella Hadid stands not only as a modern beauty icon, but also as a powerful source of inspiration in the contemporary fashion industry. Her allure stems not only from her striking appearance, but also from her confident style, strong presence, and remarkable poise in the face of constant scrutiny and judgment. Bella's resilience under public pressure is a clear testament to her inner strength. Whether her beauty is purely natural or subtly enhanced through aesthetic procedures, it only adds to her mystique and allure, elevating her as a captivating modern beauty icon who continues to fascinate and inspire. Chrissy Teigen has become a refreshing presence in the Hollywood spotlight, known for her rare honesty and openness when it comes to her experiences with cosmetic procedures. Unlike many in an industry often cloaked in secrecy and perfectionism, Chrissy speaks candidly about everything from fillers and Botox to liposuction, most notably her underarm fat removal, a topic that's rarely discussed so publicly. Her transparency sets her apart and sends a powerful message that talking openly about beauty choices shouldn't be shameful or feared. Instead, Chrissy shows that self-improvement, when done with self-awareness, can be a part of personal expression, not a hidden secret. Chrissy also raised a controversial question: is altering one's appearance to resemble a different race a right or appropriate idea? She invited her audience to share their thoughts and encouraged everyone to watch her full story to better understand the perspectives and debates surrounding this topic. Her transparency is seen as a breakthrough in the beauty industry, which is often criticized for its artificiality and lack of authenticity. Megan Fox, the actress renowned for her seductive beauty and goddess-like face, has become a global beauty icon in the entertainment industry. Since her debut in Hollywood with the blockbuster film Transformers, she impressed audiences with her natural, youthful, and captivating appearance. However, over time, many fans and media outlets began to notice significant changes in her facial features. The once soft and natural contours seemed more sculpted, sharper, and sometimes were described as too perfect to be entirely natural. Rumors about Megan undergoing cosmetic procedures began to spread, especially regarding Botox injections aimed at smoothing wrinkles on her forehead and around her eyes, areas that typically show signs of aging. Additionally, she is believed to have received fillers in her cheeks and lips to create fullness and firmness, enhancing her face's radiance and definition. These changes not only help her maintain a youthful appearance, but also accentuate the alluring features that define her. Observant fans have noticed the differences between her past and current images, sparking lively debates within online communities. Despite facing numerous rumors, Megan Fox chooses to confront them with a straightforward and wise attitude. She often expresses her views on the harsh beauty standards in Hollywood, a world where appearance is prioritized and the pressure to maintain one's image is immense. However, when directly asked about undergoing cosmetic surgery, Megan often remains silent or evasive, which only fuels fans' curiosity and sparks debates about the authenticity of the changes on her face. Some believe that all these differences are simply the result of expert contouring makeup techniques combined with sophisticated photo editing during photo shoots and red carpet appearances. Meanwhile, many others lean toward the hypothesis that Megan has undergone cosmetic procedures to maintain her flawless beauty. Regardless of the truth, Megan Fox continues to be an admired beauty icon and an inspiration to millions around the world. Her captivating charm and striking beauty, combined with outstanding acting talent, have helped her maintain a strong position in the fiercely competitive entertainment industry. Her perseverance and ability to adapt to changes, whether natural or enhanced by cosmetic procedures, are key factors that make Megan one of the most beloved and influential stars globally. Now let's turn to the queen of eccentricity and non-stop entertainment, Doja Cat, an artist renowned for her captivating performances and unparalleled unique fashion sense. She has captivated audiences worldwide not only with her catchy music, but also with her impressively creative and transformative looks. Doja Cat stands out with bold outfit choices and an ever-evolving style, creating a perfect blend of music and fashion that keeps fans hooked for years. From her early days in the entertainment industry to becoming a major fashion icon, her changing appearance has always been a hot topic, sparking lively discussions across social media platforms. The noticeable changes in Doja Cat's face have led many fans to question whether she has undergone cosmetic surgery. Some believe she has had procedures to refine her features, especially her nose, which has been the most debated topic as viewers spot subtle differences compared to her earlier images. Additionally, Doja Cat's lips have become fuller and more alluring over time, prompting many to suspect that she has used fillers to enhance her facial appeal. However, a significant portion of opinion suggests that these changes may stem from Doja Cat's skilled makeup artistry and her ever-evolving personal style. Her makeup tutorial videos demonstrate an incredible ability to transform her appearance using just deft hands and cosmetics, making it hard for viewers to distinguish differences between her various looks. What makes Doja Cat even more beloved is her transparency and honesty with her fans. She isn't afraid to address and respond to rumors about cosmetic surgery with humorous and witty remarks that make her fans laugh. Doja Cat once joked that her cosmetic surgery is like a work-in-progress project, while also emphasizing the important message of loving and appreciating everyone's natural beauty. This message has inspired many of her followers, helping them feel more confident and empowered in their lives. The combination of her expert makeup skills, possibly some subtle cosmetic enhancements, and her continuous reinvention has helped Doja Cat build the image of a queen of transformation, an artistic and fashion icon who always knows how to refresh herself, maintaining undeniable appeal and charisma. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and leave your comments down below to let us know your thoughts. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any of our exciting videos. And stay tuned as we continue with another fascinating story. Tara Reid was once known as America's sweetheart, a lively party girl who appeared frequently on the big screen in many hit teen movies. From roles in American Pie and Van Wilder to Josie and the Pussycats, Tara was almost everywhere in the beloved teen films throughout the 1990s and early 2000s. With her alluring beauty, strong personality, and energetic style, she quickly became an icon of freedom and youth during that era. However, Tara's life wasn't always as glamorous as the spotlight made it seem. In the early 2000s, she decided to undergo liposuction, hoping to refresh her image and maintain a youthful, sexy appearance. But instead of achieving smooth skin and a toned figure as she expected, Tara faced disappointing consequences. Her abdomen became unevenly colored, creating a nightmare for anyone concerned about their looks. Her confidence began to crumble, and she felt so ashamed that she withdrew from public life, becoming somewhat reclusive in the entertainment world. Moreover, her breast augmentation surgery didn't turn out as hoped either, with her breasts becoming disproportionate and too large for her petite frame, which only added to her anxiety and insecurities about herself. Tara Reid's career also took a steep downward turn because of this. From being cast in blockbuster films and major projects, she gradually had to accept roles in horror movies or straight-to-DVD films that received less attention and fewer offers. The glamorous image she once had was replaced by stories of hardship and setbacks in her career. This decline led many to question whether all the pain, sacrifices, and risks she endured were truly worth it for just a few changes in appearance. Tara Reid's story serves as a powerful warning about the hidden dangers of pursuing perfection in appearance, especially when relying on unsafe or unsuccessful cosmetic procedures. Sometimes the desire to change and become more perfect leads to heartbreaking and unintended outcomes, prompting deep reflection on the true value of beauty and the importance of self-acceptance. Mickey Rourke, once hailed as Hollywood's most handsome man during the 1980s, with his sharp features and irresistible charm, captured the hearts of millions of fans. He became an icon of masculinity and the distinctive edgy style of that decade. Mickey left a lasting impression on audiences through his leading roles in iconic films such as 912 Weeks and Angel Heart, solidifying his status as one of Hollywood's top stars. However, in the 1990s, Mickey Rourke unexpectedly stepped away from the spotlight to pursue his long-held passion for boxing. After years of fighting and enduring powerful blows in the ring, his face suffered severe damage requiring reconstruction. Instead of seeking out a reputable and experienced plastic surgeon, Mickey placed his trust in someone lacking expertise, which led to a series of unsuccessful surgeries. He had to undergo multiple nose surgeries, cheek implants, and facelifts in hopes of regaining his youthful looks and former perfection. However, the results were deeply disappointing and heartbreaking. His face became swollen, distorted, and almost unrecognizable compared to the handsome young man he once was. Mickey's acting career was severely affected as a result. Directors gradually lost confidence in his ability to lead a film, and instead cast him in supporting roles, often as villains or washed-up characters. Mickey Rourke's career plummeted rapidly as if Hollywood had turned its back on him. It's truly a tragic story to witness a once-beloved star become a faint shadow of his former self, not only in appearance, but also in his career. Mickey's decline serves as a stark warning about the potential risks of cosmetic surgery gone wrong, especially when not performed by top professionals. Lara Flynn Boyle was one of the familiar and standout faces of the 1990s, especially known for her role as Donna Hayward in the legendary TV series Twin Peaks. With her classic beauty, deep blue eyes, and mysterious gaze, she quickly became a symbol of both beauty and talent of that era. The blend of her pure looks and impressive acting skills left a strong impression on both audiences and industry professionals. However, over time, Lara Flynn Boyle's red carpet appearances changed noticeably and sparked controversy. She appeared with increasingly fuller lips, sharply sculpted cheekbones that seemed almost rigid, and a face that showed signs of tightness and unnatural stiffness. These changes led many fans and media outlets to speculate that she had undergone multiple cosmetic surgeries that were not subtle, but rather excessive. Unfortunately, these interventions blurred the natural beauty that was Lara Flynn Boyle's trademark and significantly impacted her career. Once a talented actress with a promising future, Lara seemed to have let her choices about appearance alter both her image and artistic path. Her story serves as a clear example that while cosmetic procedures can refresh one's look without careful consideration and control, they can also lead to undesirable consequences, especially in the entertainment industry, where personal image is always paramount. Lil Kim is an undeniable icon in the hip-hop world, standing out with her boldness and confidence in her music, fashion, and appearance. She is not only a talented artist, but also a pioneer in expressing a strong personality, fearlessly breaking traditional norms about women's image in the music industry. Lil Kim's distinctive style and makeup have always made her the center of attention, helping her stand out in the crowd and become an inspiration for many generations of artists to come. However, her changing appearance has also become one of the most controversial topics in hip-hop history. From an early stage, Lil Kim underwent multiple cosmetic surgeries and openly acknowledged these changes, something quite rare in an industry that typically keeps beauty procedures under wraps. One of the most noticeable changes was Lil Kim's skin tone transformation. Over time, her skin became significantly lighter, sparking intense debates around issues of colorism and the societal pressures faced by Black women to conform to certain beauty standards. Many fans and critics argue that this change goes beyond mere appearance. It reflects deeper stories about identity and social pressure. Additionally, Lil Kim has been open about undergoing multiple rhinoplasty procedures, with her nose shape noticeably changing over time. Her transparency and openness about this issue have created a unique image, making her seem more relatable and authentic to the public. Beyond her face, Lil Kim is also believed to have undergone other cosmetic procedures, such as breast augmentation, liposuction, and various beauty treatments to enhance her curves and overall allure. Lil Kim's openness about her cosmetic surgeries has garnered much praise and sparked deeper discussions about the unrealistic beauty pressures women, especially women of color, face in modern society. While some critics condemn her for conforming to potentially harmful beauty standards, many others defend Lil Kim's freedom to make her own choices as a form of self-expression and empowerment over her own life. The debate surrounding Lil Kim highlights the complexity of beauty standards and personal identity in today's social context. Despite differing opinions, Lil Kim's beauty choices are her personal right, and her confidence and lack of regret have solidified her status as a true icon in the hip-hop world. Lil Kim is not only an outstanding artist, but also a powerful source of inspiration for millions pursuing their own unique paths and freedom of self-expression. Her journey and openness about her physical transformations have helped shift how the community views cosmetic surgery and women's rights to beauty within the entertainment industry and broader society. Jane McConachie, a 33-year-old nurse from Melbourne, Australia, has attracted significant attention for her extensive and extreme cosmetic surgery journey aimed at transforming herself into a living Barbie doll. She is reported to have spent over 250,000 Australian dollars on procedures, including 5 breast augmentations, 6 rhinoplasties, and numerous Botox and filler injections to achieve a nearly perfect doll-like face and figure. Jane's dramatic transformation was even featured on the popular reality TV show Botched, which focuses on correcting complicated or failed cosmetic surgeries. Despite repeated warnings from doctors about serious health risks, Jane continues to pursue new aesthetic enhancements. She has expressed a desire to increase her breast size even further and has even considered having some of her ribs removed to achieve a slimmer waist, an extreme measure few dare to consider due to the significant health dangers involved. Alongside her main job as a nurse, Jane is very active on social media, regularly sharing her cosmetic surgery journey and updated photos of her appearance on Instagram. She has attracted a large following and offers exclusive content about her body transformation process on subscription-based platforms. Jane's extreme cosmetic surgery journey not only highlights her desire for beauty and self-expression, but also raises important questions within the community about body image social pressures and the psychological aspects tied to the pursuit of perfect beauty. Raji Nareenzing, born in 1967, is a transgender actress, author, and activist known for her resilience in the fight to reclaim her true identity. Before her gender transition, Raji endured many years of internal struggle and harsh societal prejudices, facing significant challenges and discrimination. Like many transgender women, Raji sought cosmetic surgery to enhance her femininity and live authentically as herself. However, due to limited financial resources, she was unable to afford expensive procedures at reputable clinics. In desperation, Raji turned to a man who claimed to be a doctor offering low-cost cosmetic injections. This decision put her at great health risk due to unprofessional and unsafe practices. Raji's story highlights the immense challenges the transgender community faces in accessing safe medical services, especially the cosmetic procedures essential for their transition journey. It also reflects the lack of support and social barriers that force many to take significant risks just to live authentically as themselves. O'Neill Ron Morris, also known as the Duchess, was not a licensed medical professional. Instead of using safe medical fillers, Morris injected clients with a dangerous mixture of cement mineral oil and tire sealant. Raji Nareenzing, a transgender actress, trusted Morris and underwent these procedures unaware that they would cause her face to become swollen, disfigured, and painful. After years of suffering, Raji bravely shared her story, warning about the dangers of unsafe cosmetic surgery. Morris was arrested in 2011 after harming numerous other victims. Raji later received help on the show Botched to minimize the damage, although she could never fully recover. Her story is a journey of overcoming pain, reclaiming confidence, and becoming a powerful voice in the transgender community, emphasizing that true beauty lies in self-acceptance and self-love. Lin May was once a sensual icon, a famous Mexican actress, dancer, and singer shining brightly in the entertainment world with her natural beauty and versatile talents. She captivated millions with her enchanting style and dynamic presence both on stage and on screen. At the peak of her career, Lin May was known not only for her acting and singing abilities, but also for her radiant, natural appearance, a beauty that made her an ideal role model for generations of women. However, behind that dazzling spotlight, Lin May faced harsh pressures from society and the entertainment industry, where beauty was not just an advantage, but a measure of worth. She gradually became dissatisfied with her appearance and decided to embark on a journey of cosmetic surgery, hoping to enhance her natural beauty, preserve her youthfulness, and align with the contemporary standards of beauty. This journey was far from simple. Lin May underwent a series of procedures including facelift surgeries, cheek implants, breast augmentations, filler injections, and many other treatments costing a fortune. Initially, these subtle changes boosted her confidence, but over time, excessive interventions caused her face and figure to become noticeably different. Many close friends and fans felt a sense of loss as they saw Lin May gradually lose the natural, captivating beauty that had once been her signature. Not only did Lin May face physical changes, but she also endured deep emotional wounds. She has shared about the pain, frustration, and pressure of living with her new image, a face that felt tight, unnatural, and constantly under public scrutiny. The humiliation of being judged and gossiped about by the media caused her to struggle with insecurity, and at times she even considered retreating from the spotlight altogether. What makes Lin May truly remarkable is her inner strength and relentless perseverance. Despite facing numerous challenges, she refused to be defeated. Instead, she uses her personal story as a powerful warning for those who are currently on or considering the path of cosmetic surgery. Lin May emphasizes that self-acceptance, valuing natural beauty, and loving oneself are the core values that transcend any societal standards or fleeting beauty trends. Today, Lin May continues to be an icon in the Mexican entertainment industry, admired not only for her talent, but also for her inspiring story of battling herself and the relentless pressures of the beauty industry. She is a living testament that true beauty lies not only in outward appearance, but also in confidence, courage, and the ability to embrace every aspect of oneself, perfect or imperfect. Lin May's story is not just a lesson about cosmetic surgery, but also a profound reminder to society about how we perceive beauty, that everyone deserves to be loved and respected for who they truly are. Through all the ups and downs, Lin May has affirmed her true value, inspiring countless people to overcome insecurities and confidently live their own lives. Jessica Alves, formerly known as the Human Ken doll, has undergone a dramatic and emotionally charged cosmetic surgery journey, one that mirrors a roller coaster of highs, lows, and personal transformation. Her story goes far beyond surface-level changes. It's a deeply personal narrative of inner struggle, identity, and the immense societal pressure to conform to idealized standards of beauty. From the very beginning, Jessica had a clear and determined goal to become a perfect version of Kendall Jenner, the world-famous supermodel and beauty icon. But this wasn't just any ordinary Kendall, it was an idealized, flawless version, crafted down to the tiniest detail, with sculpted features so precise they resembled a living doll, a mannequin that breathes. It was this intense desire that led Jessica down a relentless path of plastic surgery. She underwent more than 100 procedures, a number few can truly fathom. From cheek implants, jaw surgery, and rhinoplasties to countless filler injections in her lips, there isn't a single part of her face that hasn't been altered. Every feature was modified, transforming her into an entirely new being, someone completely unrecognizable from the person she once was. At first, Jessica's transformation sparked curiosity and even admiration from some. Many thought, if that's what she truly wants, then why not? But as her journey continued and the surgeries showed no sign of stopping, fascination gradually turned into concern. Those close to her began to speak out, warning that her obsession with chasing an idealized beauty was taking a serious toll on both her physical health and mental well-being. However, Jessica didn't stop. Her determination to achieve the perfect appearance had grown into an obsession, one that she was willing to pursue at all costs, even if it meant sacrificing her health and personal life. The number of surgeries kept increasing, altering her face to the point where she was barely recognizable. She no longer resembled a typical human being, but rather took on a nearly surreal appearance, more like a character out of a horror film than someone from real life. The eeriness wasn't just in Jessica's appearance, it was rooted more deeply in the emotional signs that began to surface. Despite having undergone countless major surgeries, she never seemed truly happy or content. Beneath the glamorous exterior was a profound sadness, a soul struggling with emptiness and invisible pressure. Her eyes often carried a quiet sorrow, an unmistakable reflection of emotional wounds that words alone couldn't express. No one could fully grasp the emotional turmoil Jessica endured, nor the heavy toll it took on her mental health. Her journey through plastic surgery wasn't just about transforming her physical appearance, it was a story of deep loneliness, an obsession with perfection, and the profound consequences that came with it. Jessica Alves is a living testament to the thin line between the desire for beauty and self-destruction. Her story serves as a powerful cautionary tale about the consequences of chasing extreme physical perfection. At the same time, it's a poignant reminder that true happiness and inner peace come from embracing and loving oneself, flaws and all. Vanilla Chamu, a famous Japanese model, has drawn intense attention with her obsession to become a real-life French doll. In pursuit of an ideal appearance, she underwent a series of extreme cosmetic surgeries, multiple eye surgeries to achieve bigger, rounder eyes, chin implants, breast augmentations, and even complex skin lightening treatments. The final result shocked many. Vanilla has nearly transformed into a completely different person, and not in a positive way. Her facial features became exaggerated to the point of looking cartoonish, prompting many to wonder if she ever realized that chasing the image of a French doll was a strange, unrealistic ideal. In the process of pursuing this persona, Vanilla seems to have lost herself. On social media and in the press, Vanilla's story spread rapidly, but she didn't receive respect. Instead, she became the target of ridicule, facing countless derogatory nicknames and harsh, cruel comments about her appearance. Vanilla's story stands as a clear example of the societal pressures surrounding beauty and the unpredictable consequences when people chase unrealistic standards. On the opposite end of the spectrum, Martina Big, a former German flight attendant, is also a controversial figure in the world of extreme plastic surgery, but in a completely different direction. Born and raised in Germany, Martina was once a slender blonde woman, but she decided to transform her entire appearance to stand out in the entertainment industry, which values uniqueness. Starting with an enormous breast augmentation to size 32T, one of the largest sizes in Europe, Martina quickly pushed beyond conventional limits. In 2017, she shocked the world again by announcing her transition from a blonde woman to a black woman through the use of melanotan injections and artificial skin dyes to darken her skin. This process significantly darkened her complexion, creating a striking and highly controversial appearance. Martina insisted that this was not just tanning or regular skin dyeing, but a true transformation with African features gradually developing on her body. She also planned to undergo nose and lip surgeries to better match her new look. This transformation sparked outrage and condemnation from many, accusing her of cultural appropriation. Critics emphasized that black skin is not just a skin color, but is deeply tied to the heritage culture and lived experiences of a long-standing community, and that altering one's skin color through cosmetic procedures is an offensive act. Despite the backlash, Martina remained steadfast in her choice. She even traveled to Kenya, where a local tribe gave her a blessing, and she declared herself a member of the black community. Martina went as far as legally changing her documents to reflect her new identity. Martina continued to share about her controversial transformation journey, and even suggested that she and her husband might have children with darker skin due to the biological changes she has undergone. Her determination and confidence raise profound questions about identity, ethnicity, and personal freedom in modern society. Which transformation impressed you the most? Leave your thoughts in the comments below and let us know. Don't forget to like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any of our exciting upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. In the spotlight of the stage and the camera, the appearance of celebrities is always the center of attention. But behind those perfect faces lies a silent world of pressure, expectations, and sacrifices. This is especially true for Black artists, who not only have to shine, but also fight against double standards regarding beauty, age, and identity. In today's video, we will explore the famous Black faces, from music icons, movie stars, to television legends, who have quietly undergone cosmetic procedures that the public is mostly unaware of. They change not because of a lack of confidence, but because they are caught up in an industry that always demands youth and absolute perfection. This is not just a story about cosmetic surgery. This is a story about fame, pressure, hurt, and the desire to be oneself. Are you ready to embark on the journey of facing the truth behind the spotlight? Have you ever doubted if any of them have had cosmetic surgery? If so, leave a 1 in the comments. If not, comment 0. Let's discuss how many changed faces you recognize that you never noticed. Michael Jackson was not only a great music icon, but also a heartbreaking testament to the price of fame. Born with brown skin and a radiant smile, Michael was once the embodiment of undeniable talent and charm. However, over the years, that face underwent constant transformation, from increasingly lighter skin to sharp eyes, leading people to wonder who is the real Michael. An accident during a dance performance opened the door to a series of cosmetic surgeries, but the deeper cause lies in psychological trauma. A close friend once shared that he never wanted anyone to see his face without makeup, as if it were not worthy enough to be seen in public. Is he afraid of being judged, or does he simply long to be loved in a way that society will accept? The media constantly mocked him, calling him a monster, spreading rumors that he hated his own race. But few knew the deep pain, a stolen childhood, the heavy expectations from family and the entertainment industry. "I never had a childhood. I only had expectations," Michael once revealed. When the stage lights go out, he stands there alone with timeless hits and a face that no longer belongs to the boy of years past. Does he have regrets? No one knows for sure. But in songs like Man in the Mirror, we see the truest Michael, a fragile soul yearning to be understood and loved. Melba Moore, the Tony Award-winning Broadway artist, possesses a soulful and powerful voice. However, the spotlight of the stage cannot erase the scars from prejudice. When she was young, she was rejected for a television role simply because her face was not suitable for national broadcast. That statement cut deep into the soul of the young artist. A week later, Melba returned with a new, more refined nose that was more suitable. Not surprisingly, she was immediately cast in a role, and her career soared from there. But behind the scenes, Melba couldn't hide her sorrow. A friend once recounted that she would often sit quietly in the dressing room, touching her new nose and sighing, "I wish I didn't have to change to be myself." Fans feel that she has become distant, not because her personality has changed, but because they no longer see the gaze of the woman who once sang, as if recounting her life. When asked about beauty, Melba once said, "True beauty is when you don't need permission to be yourself." Perhaps she has chosen the right path to survive in that harsh world. But in the hearts of her fans, there remains a sense of regret for an original face that never had to compromise. Billy Preston. The Hammond knows how to speak. is the soul of funk and soul in the 20th century. He once worked with the Beatles and the Rolling Stones, leaving an indelible mark on the history of music. However, a serious car accident in 1972 nearly took his life and robbed him of the face that the whole world once adored. When he returned to the stage, Billy was no longer the youthful artist he once was. His face was somewhat disfigured, bearing clear signs of reconstructive surgeries. Although the organ playing is still passionate and his soul is filled with music, one cannot help but notice the change. It is not just a change in appearance, but also the invisible distance between the artist and the audience, between the past and the present. Billy rarely shares about that pain, but friends say he has become quieter and less publicly visible. Perhaps he is also struggling to reconcile with a new image, a survivor, but at the cost of some of his artistic identity. Before the accident, Billy Preston was a street artist with curly hair, a mischievous smile, and wild eyes. He was the living soul of funk soul, fiery, free-spirited, and approachable. But after the accident in Los Angeles, he disappeared from the public eye for nearly a year. When he returned to the stage in 1973, the audience was stunned, sunken cheeks, a sharp jawline, a delicate nose, a completely different face. Fans were bewildered. Was the accident that serious? Has Billy chosen to change himself? A lighting technician recalls the moment he sat quietly in front of the mirror backstage and joked, "They say this new face sells better, but the old face is mine." A black journalist in Chicago once wrote, "Billy Preston not only survived the accident, he transformed into a polished artist to please white audiences. Although he has never confirmed any cosmetic surgery, the change is undeniable." Is it reconstructive surgery or a business decision? No one knows. The answer lies in his grave, where no one asks about the nose anymore. Only the sound of the Hammond organ continues to echo like the silent cries of a generation surviving in silence. Billy left behind a lesson. An artist is not just a musician, but also someone who must struggle daily with their own image. If there is anyone who has captivated and confused the audience within just a few years of their career, it is Miki Howard. Her voice, smooth, feminine, yet powerful, has touched the hearts of thousands. However, her face has continuously changed. In the early 1980s, Miki was a brown-skinned girl with soft features, a round chin, and dreamy eyes. By 1986, in the music video for Come Share My Love, she appeared with sharp eyes, a surprisingly pointed chin, and a cooler demeanor. Rumors began to circulate. Miki has had chin surgery and eyelid lifts. A makeup artist who has worked with her said Miki's face is so beautiful, we even don't know how to do her makeup anymore. But that beauty no longer carries a sense of gentleness. It has become sharp, not because she wants it to be, but because the music industry demands it. A journalist writes, "She is still beautiful, but I miss the original beauty. The beauty that made people believe she didn't need to change anything to be worthy." Miki has never publicly spoken about surgery, but in the biographical film about her life, she has a poignant line, "I used to want to be beautiful, to the point that no one could deny it. Now I just wish to sit quietly in a room and still be accepted." The face may change, but in the haunting ballads, the audience still finds the image of the brown-skinned girl from long ago, someone who never needed to embellish herself to be loved. In the 1970s, Clifton Davis was a symbol of black television. With his handsome face and warm smile, he was likened to an angel of the small screen. Not only was he an actor, but he was also a musician behind the success of the Jackson 5. However, behind that perfection was a person who always felt he was not attractive enough. Born in Chicago to a traditional family, Clifton grew up with insecurities about his appearance. In a rare interview in 1992, he shared that he was teased for his long chin and crooked teeth. When he arrived in Hollywood, that anxiety grew even stronger. A producer once bluntly said, "You have talent, but your face isn't perfect." In 1974, Clifton disappeared from the screen for 6 months. When he returned, his chin was more defined, his teeth were straight, and his smile had become sharper. He never admitted to having surgery, but those in the industry believed it. A colleague recalled Clifton often stared at the mirror as if trying to get used to a strange face. The audience's reactions were very different. Some praised him for looking younger, but others said, "I miss his old crooked smile. That was the real him." Later, Clifton shifted his focus to charity work and ministry, as if he were searching for something deeper than appearances. The new face helped him go further, but it could not replace the original warmth, the quality that the audience always remembers when they think of him. Freda Payne is a singer who touches the very soul of her listeners with her hit Band of Gold. Not only does she possess an emotional voice, but she also has deep brown eyes and an unmistakable classic beauty. However, few know that behind the stage lights, Freda once lived with insecurities due to hereditary wrinkles on her neck. Growing up in poverty in Detroit, she was advised by directors to wear scarves, avoid close-ups of her neck, and always keep her head straight. "A true diva cannot let her neck betray her youth," someone in the industry once said. This became an obsession for Freda. Then, one day in 1978, after a vacation in Palm Springs, she returned no longer wearing a scarf, no longer avoiding attention. Under the stage lights, Freda's neck was smooth and youthful, as if it had never borne the marks of time. It was a clear sign of cosmetic intervention. For the first time, she wore a deep-cut dress, walking confidently, as if to declare, "I no longer have to hide myself." No public statement, no confirmation. But that liberation, however small, resonated. Freda showed that sometimes changing one's appearance is not to please the world, but to reclaim oneself. Although she has never admitted it, this change is seen as a liberation of her image. However, the reaction has not been entirely positive. A veteran critic wrote, "Freda is now a sculpted beauty, but I miss those wrinkles. They used to tell the story of a woman who endured yet still sang." After that, she appeared in public less frequently. Some say she has become distant, but those close to her know that Freda is still Freda. She has just chosen to be quieter. Looking back on today, it is undeniable that her appearance has changed. But what the audience remembers is her courage as a woman who dares to reclaim her body from the hands of prejudice. And if there is any message, it is perhaps this: sometimes we have to change to survive, but never forget to keep the soul that never needs to change. Do you agree with using these beauty methods? If so, leave a comment with the number 2. If not, leave a comment with the number 5. Jean Carn was once dubbed the woman who never ages. Since the 1970s, she has been an icon of jazz soul, a vibrant, improvisational, and emotional voice. But what truly astonished the audience was not just the music, but also her seemingly unchanging appearance over the decades. When Jean turned 40, while her contemporaries gradually stepped away from the spotlight, she continued to appear regularly on television with smooth skin and a radiant beauty reminiscent of her 20s. Although no one said it out loud, the audience began to wonder, how can she maintain such youthful looks? A cosmetic surgeon in Atlanta later revealed that Jean had undergone a nose job, not to change her appearance but to preserve her original features. The surgery was performed discreetly, quietly, just like the way she lived. A close colleague recounted, Jean never talked about her age. But once the afternoon light shone on her nose, and I heard her whisper, "I'm afraid that one day I will no longer be myself." This change did not stem from a desire for attention, but from a fear of being forgotten. She was not trying to become someone else. She just wanted to hold on to the admiring gaze from the audience of years past. A journalist once wrote, "Jean is the only person I know who can preserve both youth and loneliness in one face." When singing her final song, Jean often closes her eyes and whispers as if to herself, "Don't let it make you complacent." Her beauty lies not only in her skin or her nose, but in the courage to preserve a part of her past, not because she does not accept her age, but because she wants to be sure that the audience will remember her as a symbol and as a woman who knows how to face time with both love and fear. Millie Jackson is the most fierce and outspoken voice in the wave of black artists in the 1970s. With her powerful, sensual, and unrestrained voice, she captivates audiences not with gentleness, but with impact. However, this rebellion, while praised by fans, has made her a target for conservative media. The white press continuously criticizes her, too over the top, too masculine, too edgy to be a diva. The pressure from those comments weighed more heavily on Millie than any scandal. Although she claimed not to care, she understood how ruthless this industry could be towards women who do not conform to standards. By the mid-1980s, audiences began to notice a change. Her face looked different. High cheekbones, a sharp chin, a pronounced jawline, and her expressions became colder. A stylist who had worked with her during the recording of the album, Hot, Wild, and Unrestricted, shared the first time I saw her again. After a few years, I thought I had entered the wrong room. I barely recognized Millie. The controversial change in appearance has sparked intense debate. Those who once admired her defiant style are now questioning, why would someone like Millie, who once dared to say what no one else would, choose to conform through surgery? Some believe it is a sign of weakness, but those who understand her know that Millie did not change to resemble anyone. She changed because she was exhausted from fighting against an unrelenting prejudice. Millie has never confirmed any cosmetic procedures. But after a performance in 1987, she told the audience, "They want me to be softer, they want me to be slimmer, but they don't know. I used to take pride in my face, until they made me feel ashamed of it." She may have changed her appearance, but Millie's voice, anger, and strength in every lyric remain intact. And that is the true Millie. Even if her face has changed, that rebellious heart will never be altered. Others believe that she just wants to control everything, including her face, but everyone feels disappointed. A longtime fan shed tears while saying, "I love Millie when she smiled with that rough, fierce face. Now she's prettier, but she's no longer the Millie I knew." Millie has never spoken about the surgery. She continues to sing, perform, and rebel. But her face remains a question mark, a testament to the price of fame in a world that does not accept the true beauty of black people. Her story reflects injustice, showing that even the most rebellious sometimes falter before beauty standards that are not meant for them. And that is worth pondering. Phyllis Hyman has a voice that is too beautiful, too powerful, and too sad to be forgotten. She possesses a regal appearance, storytelling eyes, and a loneliness that permeates every song. But it is those very eyes where people first notice the change. Phyllis was rejected by producers for looking too sad, not fitting the vibrant pop music market. A former assistant at Arista recalls, They told her, "Do something with your eyelids. You look like you've been crying your whole life." A few months later, audiences saw Phyllis on television with a new look, her eyes big and sparkling, but lacking the depth that had once haunted them. She has never admitted to having surgery, but a close friend of hers recalled. "Phyllis told me that the doctor only made a few adjustments to make her look happier, but afterward she felt like she was wearing a mask." That small change quickly led to suspicion. The audience said she looked strange and distant. A critic remarked, "She still sings beautifully, but her face no longer matches the pain in the songs." And that made Phyllis feel even more alone. She once wrote in her diary, "I don't know who I am when the lights go out." In 1995, Phyllis took her own life at the age of 45, leaving behind a remarkable musical legacy, but also raising questions about the price of always having to appear perfect. Her eyes still appear in old videos, but they are no longer the same. They are a testament to a silent struggle where a Black artist must choose between being true to herself and pleasing the gaze of others. This is the tragedy of the entertainment industry, where real tears have never been fully accepted. Vesta Williams is a testament to a silent struggle where a Black artist must choose between being true to herself and pleasing the gaze of others. She possessed a powerful voice that could give listeners goosebumps from the very first note, a rare talent often compared to Whitney Houston. However, despite her undeniable talent, Vesta did not receive the support she deserved. Her appearance was deemed too large, too real, and too somber to fit into an industry that values a polished and unrealistic image. By the end of the 1980s, the public was astonished to see a completely different Vesta on the cover of the album Vesta 4. You-sculpted cheekbones, sharper eyes, and a smaller chin. Many fans wrote letters asking, "What have you done to your face?" A stylist who had worked with her recalled that Vesta just wanted to look sleeker, more suitable for television. This change helped her gain attention again, but it also left the audience feeling disappointed. A journalist commented, "Vesta now looks like a copy of herself." A friend revealed that Vesta once admitted to undergoing surgery and taking drugs just to feel entitled to exist in the entertainment industry. Although she continued to sing, her image was always associated with transformation, as if she were trying to become someone else. It was only after her death in 2011 that people began to reflect on what she had sacrificed, not because of scandal, but due to the cost of being present in Hollywood. Vesta once said, "Black people are never allowed to be old, chubby, or realistic. I just want to exist." That is a legacy stronger than any song she ever performed. If these stories move you, please leave a like to support the team behind them. Don't forget to share the video with your friends to spread these untold truths together. And if you want to continue following the video, which preserves and recounts the most authentic slices of time, please hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next videos. Donnie Simpson was once a beloved public figure, the host of Video Soul, with a radiant smile, warm eyes, and an engaging demeanor. He was a friendly icon of Black television in the 1980s. However, fame also comes with expectations to always be radiant, never tired, and not allowed to age. Around 1996, some observant viewers began to notice something different about Donnie: higher eyelids, a sharper jawline, and a face that had changed in an inexplicable way. Although Donnie has never publicly acknowledged it, rumors about eyelid lifts and jaw surgery have spread quickly. A colleague recounted, "One day Donnie walked onto the set and everyone stepped back. That smile looked as if it were glued to his face." The audience began to react. One commenter said, I used to see Donnie as a trustworthy friend. Now I don't know who I'm looking at anymore. Gradually, he withdrew from the spotlight, appearing less frequently and rarely sharing about himself. In a rare moment of openness, Donnie said, "I used to believe that if I looked good enough, I would be kept around longer." The change helped him continue his hosting career, but at the same time, it turned him into a distant version of himself. His smile no longer warm, his words lacking intimacy. The question, "Do you regret it?" still quietly echoes in the hearts of fans. Although he chose a different path, Donnie remains a memory of a time of authentic emotional and deeply human television. Patti LaBelle is an irreplaceable voice, an icon, a warrior on stage and in life. However, as she approached 50, the limits of her humanity became evident under the stage lights, especially in her eyes. Patti has publicly stated that she underwent eyelid surgery to improve her vision. However, after the surgery, rumors began to circulate. Some people said that her face was no longer the same, that the tired look that once made her seem authentic had disappeared. A dancer who once toured with Patti recalled, "People were whispering that she looked like a different person. She was no longer the Patti who made them cry on stage." Although her new face was youthful and sharper, a part of the memory that the audience cherished seemed to be gone. At a press conference, when asked, "How do you feel about no longer being yourself?" Patti just laughed loudly without answering. That silence only fueled further doubt and regret. The public is divided. Some believe she has the right to change to feel better about herself. But others exclaim, "I remember her gaze from 1978. It touched my heart." Does Patti have regrets? Perhaps no one knows. But what is clear is that true beauty does not lie in the eyelids, but in the memories and emotions that those eyes once evoked. Patti remains herself, but in the hearts of the audience, there is still a sense of longing for something that has been lost. Jermaine Jackson, a soul music icon with a handsome appearance, a deep voice, and a calm demeanor, was once the embodiment of masculinity during the peak of the Jackson family. However, over time, his face has changed in ways that are hard to understand. His nose has become smaller, his skin lighter, and his jawline more defined, leaving many feeling unfamiliar. It is unclear whether this is due to aging or cosmetic intervention. All that is known is that the familiarity has gradually faded away. A fan shared, "I met Jermaine in person in 1999. I'm not sure it was him. There was something cold and strange in his eyes." Although he has never admitted it, the media continues to raise questions. A cosmetic surgeon once analyzed that there are signs of nose surgery, jaw work, and cheek filler injections. A black editor commented, "Jermaine looks like a different version of himself, as if he has been pushed out of his past and cannot return." Jermaine rarely responds to rumors. He still performs, still appears, but the feeling of being himself is no longer there. Some believe he has changed to compete with the legends in his family. Others think it is a desperate effort to cling to the spotlight. We do not know if he regrets it, but it is clear that the invisible scars of that change have left a lasting mark, not only on his face, but also in the hearts of fans and the history of the entertainment industry. Sometimes the scariest thing is not aging, but when a person no longer recognizes themselves. It's hard to believe that you are still here sharing these painful and regretful stories. There are faces that were once iconic now turned into mysteries that no one dares to inquire about. But in the end, what do you think is more brutal, a scalpel or the gaze of the audience when they are no longer satisfied with the true appearance of a black person? Janet Hubert was once America's beloved black mother through her role as Vivian Banks in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She was intelligent, strict, but also full of love, a quintessential image of a black woman on screen. However, behind that glamour was isolation and pain from a wounded sense of self-esteem. After abruptly leaving the show, Janet nearly vanished from television. Many years later, when she made her comeback, the public was shocked by her new appearance. A smooth forehead, a stiff face, and a smile lacking the gentleness of days gone by. Rumors about Botox and brow lifts quickly spread. A former colleague revealed that Janet has always been obsessed with aging in public, especially after all that she has lost. The fans' reactions are sharply divided. Some empathize, but many say she is no longer Vivian. In a rare interview, Janet candidly shared, "If you are hurt long enough, you will do anything to feel strong, even change your entire face." That new face helped Janet reconnect with the audience, but at the same time it became a symbol of what black women have to sacrifice to survive in the entertainment industry. No one can deny that Janet lost something, but she also regained a part of her voice. And perhaps what is most memorable about her is not the cosmetic marks, but the strength of a woman who refuses to be erased. Diana Ross is an irreplaceable icon. As the lead singer of the Supremes and a pioneering star who broke racial barriers on American television, she has inspired millions. But along with the glamour comes the pressure to maintain an unchanging appearance. Since the 1980s, audiences have begun to notice changes: larger eyes, a slimmer nose, fuller cheeks. A makeup artist revealed, "Every time we meet her, we have to adjust everything, because she doesn't look the same as she did 3 months ago." Although she has never confirmed it, rumors about cosmetic surgery have surrounded her for decades. Fans feel confused. Diana is still beautiful, still full of charisma, but there is also something distant about her. A loyal audience member shared, "I love her, but every time I look back at old photos, I feel regret." She once had a beauty that was so unique, she didn't need to resemble anyone. Perhaps the pressure to maintain the image of an immortal goddess has pushed Diana into a cycle of constant change. Her face has become a mystery, a question without an answer. But one thing is certain: each time she appears, her gaze still holds something that time and surgery cannot erase. And perhaps it is this that has kept Diana Ross alive in the hearts of the public. Not because she hasn't changed, but because despite the changes, she remains an undeniable icon. Natalie Cole was born in the spotlight, the daughter of the legendary Nat King Cole, who carried a tremendous musical legacy. But along with that legacy came an unrelenting pressure. Natalie had to fight not only against addiction, but also against the overwhelming shadow of her father. When she won a Grammy and proved her own talent, many believed she had found herself. But then her face began to change. By the end of the 1990s, her nose became slimmer, her cheekbones higher, and her chin sharper. A person who interviewed her said, "She is very beautiful, but also quite sad. It's as if she is trying to prove something." Rumors began to spread that she had undergone surgery to distance herself from her father's image. Public reaction was divided. Some believed it was a personal choice, while others lamented her previous natural and authentic appearance. After she passed away in 2015, many people remembered not only her music, but also her painful personal journey, a journey of constantly searching for identity. Natalie once sang, "This will be an everlasting love with a smile." Perhaps that very smile was also a part of the mask she used to hide her dissatisfaction with herself. But what ultimately remains is not the cheekbones or the nose, but the relentless effort to become herself, even though that path is filled with scars. Stephanie Mills is one of the most emotionally powerful Black voices of the 20th century. She once brought audiences to tears in The Wiz, yet she has always been underestimated because of her appearance. From a young age, Stephanie was considered too small and not beautiful enough by Hollywood standards. As she turned 30, audiences began to notice significant changes. Her once prominent nose became smaller, her chin more defined, and her features softer. A member of her recording team admitted no one asked, but everyone noticed. The audience buzzed. Some praised her radiant appearance, while others lamented the loss of her once iconic nose. An article once referred to her as a true Black woman, but now many wonder if she sacrificed that for acceptance. A critic wrote Stephanie just wants to be seen like everyone else, a seemingly simple desire that is fraught with pain in this industry. Her transformation is no longer a choice, but rather a plea for survival. She is not seeking perfection, only presence. And what is most heartbreaking is not the new nose, but the price of being recognized, a price that Black women seem to always have to pay with their very faces. Lionel Richie, the man with the warm voice who makes the whole world smile with timeless love, songs like Hello and Endless Love, is not exempt from scrutiny. Over the decades, he has maintained his performance, but his face has become increasingly intriguing. By the early 2000s, Lionel's skin seemed almost wrinkle-free, his cheekbones became rigid, and his features sharp to the point of being unnatural. The public began to whisper, what has he done to maintain his youthful appearance? Although Lionel has never publicly admitted it, the images over the years seem to tell the story themselves. A fan commented, I love his singing, but his face now makes it hard for me to feel the emotion. Lionel still performs, still smiles, but at times that smile looks forced, as if he is trying to hold on to something that has passed. Although the change helps him maintain his image on television and stage, many still wonder what has made an artist who once touched the hearts of millions feel the need to change his own face. The answer may not lie in surgery, but in the fear of being forgotten. And it is this that has turned Lionel, who always makes others feel warm, into an image that is both familiar and strange, as if he is living in a mask of his own making. Rumors about Botox and facelift surgery are rampant in the media. A close colleague recalled, he once said, if I grow old, they will call me outdated. If I maintain a youthful appearance, they will say I am not real. The public is divided. Some people see him as youthful, while others feel he is distant. A middle-aged fan said, that smile lacks emotion. It's still there, but it's not vibrant. Lionel continues to sing, perform, and succeed. But that face raises a bigger question. In this entertainment industry, are only Black people who maintain a youthful appearance loved? And when we are not allowed to age, do we still remain ourselves? Whitney Houston was the standard of beauty and talent for Black women for nearly 3 decades. With her angelic voice and delicate features, she was the perfect symbol of grace and success. But that very perfection also became a chain that bound her. From the mid-90s, Whitney's appearance began to change noticeably. Her nose became smaller, her eyelids opened wider, and her cheekbones appeared unusually full. Rumors about nose fillers and eyelid surgery quickly spread. A former studio employee recalled, they told her, Whitney, you can't look tired. This expectation pushed Whitney to her limits, leading her to seek out ways to change her appearance, even though she already possessed natural beauty. The public was divided. Some defended her, saying she maintains her beauty for us, while others could only sigh and regret. That's not the Whitney I used to cry over. A nameless cosmetic surgeon candidly stated she doesn't need to do anything at all. But in the entertainment industry, sometimes you don't have a choice. Whitney became a symbol not only of talent but also of sacrifice. Her death in 2012 shocked the world and served as a warning that beauty should not suffocate the soul of a person. Whitney's legacy lies not in her full cheeks or perfect nose, but in the courage to live authentically in a world that does not accept fragility. Whitney Houston is one of the greatest legendary voices of the 20th century, known worldwide, not only for her powerful voice and exquisite technique, but also for her ability to convey genuine emotions through every song. With classic hits like I Will Always Love You, Greatest Love of All, and How Will I Know? Whitney has left an indelible mark on music history and has become a cultural icon for many generations. However, behind the dazzling stage lights and her brilliant career, Whitney also faced immense pressure regarding her appearance, especially in an industry where beauty is always prioritized, particularly for female artists. Rumors about Whitney having undergone some minor cosmetic procedures to maintain her youthful look and perfection on stage have surfaced many times, although she has never publicly confirmed them. These small changes helped her maintain a perfect image in the eyes of the public and inspired millions of fans. In addition to the challenges regarding her appearance, Whitney's life was filled with turmoil as she had to fight through difficulties in her personal life, especially her battle with addiction and the pressures of fame. Nevertheless, her talent and voice remained an invaluable gift, serving as an endless source of inspiration for those who love music and believe in the power of perseverance. Whitney Houston's story is not just the journey of a music diva, but also a testament to the challenges that many artists, especially Black women, face in maintaining a perfect public image. Despite undergoing changes in appearance and life challenges, Whitney remains an immortal music icon with a brave heart and a timeless voice. Donna Summer was the voice of a generation, the queen of disco, who brought the music nights of the 70s to a dazzling peak. But as the late 80s approached, what people talked about was not just the changing tastes in music, but the face of Donna herself. A stylist who worked on the video, This Time I Know It's For Real, recounted. When she walked into the room, everyone fell silent. Higher cheekbones, a smaller nose, a refined chin. She looked elegant, but she was no longer the Donna we once knew. Rumors about plastic surgery spread, and the public's reaction was not very gentle. Some said she was cold and distant. Others believed she was trying to fit in with the white pop image of that era. Donna neither confirmed nor denied it. She remained silent and continued to perform. A fan once asked, if she doesn't change, will she still hold the spotlight? That question was never answered. What remains is not the shape of the nose or chin, but the image of a Black woman who had to adjust herself, both in music and appearance, to meet the expectations of a world that has never truly welcomed difference. Donna Summer is a testament to a beauty that has been censored and a voice that still strives to be heard despite being stifled by the harsh gaze of the market. Tina Turner is the embodiment of strength and resilience, a woman who dared to rise from the ashes, reinvent herself, and become one of the greatest stage icons of all time. But even an icon like Tina is not immune to the pressure of appearance. In a 1996 interview, she candidly shared that she had eyelid surgery. The reason was not for beauty, but to ensure that the stage lights reflected better. The lights no longer illuminated my face as they used to. I had to do something, she told a lighting assistant. After the minor surgery, Tina's face looked younger, but also somewhat unfamiliar. The public began to gossip. Why would such a strong icon need to change? Is it possible that aging frightens Tina just like it does other artists? But Tina did not shy away. She continued to perform with an indomitable spirit, as if to say, I may change on the outside, but I am still me. Tina's story is not about the small scar on her eyelid, but about the choice to continue shining or to accept being forgotten. In a world that prioritizes youth over talent, even the strongest individuals sometimes have to compromise. But it is this honesty and lack of concealment that has made Tina Turner irreplaceable, not because she is unchanging, but because she dares to face change with courage. A journalist wrote, "When even Tina needs to be edited, who dares to age in public?" This seemingly trivial story of Tina has become a prime example of the pressure weighing on women, especially Black women in the entertainment industry. They must always maintain a youthful, perfect appearance regardless of age or the marks left by time. Tina has never complained or justified her decision. It is her silence that has made the audience admire and respect her even more. Her story is not just about a cosmetic surgery, but also a profound reminder of the silent battles that many women face. Sometimes a small cut on the eyelid can be the deepest cut to the self-esteem of a woman who has spent her entire life struggling and rising up. The song emphasizes that societal pressure and expectations of beauty can affect anyone, even the strongest women. Prince was a pioneering artist, someone who constantly broke the boundaries of music and social norms. His face and style continuously changed, leaving many fans bewildered. A stylist who worked with him revealed that Prince seemed to alter his facial structure every year: higher cheekbones, a smaller nose, a more refined jawline. These changes were not just about clothing or hairstyles. It seemed that each year brought a completely new appearance. He never publicly confirmed or explained it. His silence in the face of speculation and judgment only raised more questions. Does he hate his natural Black face, or is he trying to create a symbol that transcends all gender and racial norms? Instead of an explanation, Prince let his music speak for him, creating a space where he could freely express himself without needing to change or justify. Prince's story serves as a reminder to society. We often impose standards on individuals, especially those who are famous. Looking back at his journey of body transformation, we cannot help but question the right to be oneself, regardless of the pressures from the outside. Sometimes the hardest thing is not becoming someone else, but being allowed to be oneself in a world full of judgment. Janet Jackson has been a symbol of both gentleness and assertiveness. However, over the decades, her face has changed noticeably. Her eyes are larger, her nose is slimmer, and her chin is smaller. An anonymous stylist shared that Janet is the only one who never looks in the mirror before going on stage, and although nothing has been confirmed every time she appears, the audience often falls silent. An older fan shared, "I still love that voice, but I no longer recognize her." The question arises is Janet struggling under the enormous shadow of the Jackson family, or is it the audience placing too many expectations on her? Janet continues to sing and smile, but on the surface she seems to have become a mask, beautiful, cold, and distant. The more beautiful she is, the lonelier she feels. Under the stage lights, Janet remains an undeniable star with powerful choreography and vibrant music. But behind that glamour lies another story. It is said that every time Janet enters the studio, she brings with her the obsession to surpass the shadow of Michael, the shadow of herself. Songs like Rhythm Nation and Control are not just music, they are a manifesto of someone seeking freedom amidst expectations and identity. However, the increasingly perfect face resembles a flight from oneself, where every feature becomes armor against the world's judgment. The audience, once adoring her, is now divided. One side still worships Janet as the immortal icon of the 80s and 90s, while the other whispers about the unfamiliar features. One fan wrote, "Janet was already perfect." But for Janet, perfection is not just a choice, it is a requirement. In an industry that scrutinizes every second, she chose to create a new version of herself, not to please the audience, but to protect her heart from invisible wounds. Janet Jackson is still here, a legendary artist with a heart full of scars. She still sings, still shines, but in those eyes seems to be an unspoken sadness. Her life is proof that many artists do not change because they want to, but because they are forced to live in a mold that is not meant for them. Perhaps the most important thing to note is not how they have changed, but why they felt compelled to do so. Every face that has changed, every smile that has become stiff, reflects a heartbreaking truth. The brutal expectations of the public and the entertainment industry have made many Black artists feel that they are not enough to be loved for who they are. They do not undergo surgery to become someone else, but to maintain the spotlight that is gradually fading. And if there is one thing to remember, it is that we do not have the right to judge the choices of others. When society itself has made them believe that appearance is more important than identity. Thank you for listening until this moment. If you feel the loneliness behind the glory, please leave a comment and share your thoughts. For understanding is the greatest gift for those who have silently sacrificed. Like, subscribe, and share this video if you believe that beauty does not lie in the face, but in the journey they have bravely overcome. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the shocking stories of people who regretted changing their race with surgery. From controversial transformations to the emotional toll behind these decisions, we'll explore the reality many faced after altering their appearance in drastic ways. If you've ever been curious or have an opinion on this topic, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, just type 0. Don't forget to enjoy the video and hit that subscribe button to support the channel. Lil Kim, the queen of hip-hop, has long been a trendsetter, known for her bold fashion choices and unapologetic self-expression. Throughout her career, she has consistently showcased a strong sense of identity, but her evolving appearance over the years has sparked much discussion. From her early days to her legendary status today, Lil Kim's look has undergone dramatic changes, including multiple nose jobs, breast augmentations, and liposuction. One of the most debated aspects of her transformation has been her skin lightening, which ignited conversations about racism and the pressures women of color face to conform to mainstream beauty standards. Lil Kim has been open about her surgeries, earning admiration from some for her transparency, while others criticize her choices as reinforcing harmful beauty ideals. Her journey highlights the complex interplay between self-expression, societal expectations, and personal identity. Lil Kim's transformation serves both as a symbol of empowerment and a reminder of the pressures women, especially women of color, endure to fit into certain molds. In a world where beauty standards constantly shift, her story invites important conversations about embracing oneself, regardless of how much the world demands conformity. Anastasia Pokreschuk is not only known for her strong personality, but also for something quite extraordinary. She currently holds the world record for the largest cheeks. That's right, you heard it correctly. Her cheeks are the biggest on the planet, a result of her relentless pursuit to achieve a look that most people would never even consider. For over 6 years, Anastasia has been obsessed with enlarging her cheeks to a massive size through surgeries, Botox, and continuous filler injections. She has spent thousands of dollars to create this unique appearance, believing that big cheeks are a symbol of beauty, and she has no regrets about it. While most people may be skeptical about such an extreme transformation, Anastasia remains unfazed by the criticism. She loves the feeling of having her new face and believes it is empowering to break away from traditional beauty standards. However, this journey has not been without controversy. Many have expressed concerns about the health risks and wondered if this obsession goes beyond aesthetics, possibly signaling body dysmorphic disorder or deeper psychological issues. Despite this, Anastasia is undeterred by others' doubts, firmly believing that there is no need to conform to societal norms, and that loving oneself in one's own way is what truly matters. Valeria Lukyanova, also known as the real-life Barbie, has spent nearly her entire adulthood pursuing a goal that most people would consider impossible, transforming herself into a living Barbie doll. However, Valeria's obsession isn't about blonde hair or heavy makeup. It's about replicating Barbie's unrealistic body proportions and measurements. Remarkably, she has come very close to achieving this goal, showing an intense dedication to her unique vision. Valeria has undergone numerous surgeries to sculpt her body and face to match the iconic Barbie doll's image, from breast implants to facial contouring procedures. Her transformation has become so striking that many now see her as more doll-like than human. However, this journey has not been without controversy. In interviews, Valeria has expressed views that sparked concern and division, igniting heated debates online. While her transformation has brought her fame and attention, her choice to become a plastic doll raises uncomfortable questions about body image, beauty standards, and the lengths people are willing to go to achieve their ideal version of themselves. Leo Blanco, a man from Buenos Aires, Argentina, began his transformation journey at just 15 years old. And no, his goal wasn't to become a rock star. Leo had a clear aim to become the perfect Michael Jackson impersonator. To achieve this, he has spent over $30,000 on at least 11 cosmetic surgeries, and he's not stopping anytime soon. His journey started with minor facial changes, but as his obsession with resembling Michael Jackson grew, his surgeries became increasingly complex. From nose jobs to full facial reshaping, Leo has devoted years and significant money to perfecting his appearance. Leo's goal is to become the most accurate Michael Jackson impersonator in the world, a feat that's no easy task given the many Michael Jackson impersonators globally. Despite undergoing numerous surgeries, Leo still feels he hasn't reached his goal and is determined to continue with more procedures to perfect his appearance. For Leo, it's not just about looking like Michael Jackson, but about living and embodying the image of the king of pop who changed the music world forever. Justin Jedlicka, known to many as the living Ken doll, is a figure who has fully embraced this unique identity. Starting his transformation at just 18, Justin set out on a mission to become the human embodiment of the Ken doll. Unlike most people who pursue their ideal physique through traditional means like diet and exercise, Justin took a radically different route, opting for extensive cosmetic surgery. Over the years, he has undergone hundreds of procedures, turning himself into a near-perfect real-life Ken. This transformation goes far beyond just a couple of surgeries. It includes a wide range of enhancements, such as rhinoplasty cheek implants, lip fillers, and multiple body sculpting treatments to achieve his signature look. Justin's ultimate goal is to achieve the perfect physique just like Barbie's boyfriend Ken. His obsession with reshaping his body and face has made him a pioneer in the field of cosmetic surgery, undergoing numerous procedures to enhance nearly his entire body. While others might be satisfied with minor changes, Justin relentlessly pursues absolute perfection and has invested around $500,000 to turn his dream of becoming a living Ken doll into reality. Herbert Chavez is a man with a passionate love for Superman, but his admiration goes beyond just fandom. He wanted to become Superman himself. Herbert has undergone more than 24 surgeries to transform himself into a living version of the Man of Steel, the superhero he has admired since childhood. He altered facial features like his jawline and chin to resemble Clark Kent's appearance in the movies. Besides decorating his home with Superman statues and posters, Herbert has transformed his body into a canvas for his transformation. He has undergone surgeries to reshape his face, altering his chin-nose jawline and making his features sharper to resemble Superman. However, Herbert's journey is far from over. He remains dissatisfied with his current appearance and is committed to undergoing more surgeries to achieve perfection. Herbert's dream goes beyond just looking like Superman. He also hopes to gain the ability to fly and possess the superhero's extraordinary strength, even though this is nearly impossible. Nevertheless, Herbert's dedication to becoming his idol is undeniable. But before we continue, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you want to see more exciting videos like this, and be sure to turn on the notification bell so you never miss the latest uploads from us. Dennis Avner, known as Stalking Cat, is one of the most iconic figures in the extreme body modification world. His transformation was not just about changing his appearance, but also a profound spiritual journey. Inspired by a deep connection with the tiger, Dennis spent decades altering his body to resemble this majestic animal. Through 14 surgeries, he modified facial features, including his nose and ears, and added tattoos and piercings, all to embody the strength and beauty of the tiger. Dennis's transformation was a deeply personal expression of his identity and a tribute to the tiger, symbolizing his spiritual bond with the animal. Dennis Avner took extreme measures to become a living tiger. He got tiger-inspired tattoos, subdermal implants to add skin texture, and underwent surgeries to reshape his nose, split his upper lip, and create tiger-like ears. He also modified his teeth to look like fangs and adjusted his hairline to match his new appearance. The most striking feature was his robotic whisker implants, giving his face a lifelike tiger look. These changes reflect his deep dedication to embodying the spirit of the tiger. Dennis Avner's transformation went beyond altering facial features. He also wore special contact lenses to create tiger-like eyes. To complete his animalistic appearance, he added a robotic tail, further blurring the line between human and tiger. His extreme body modifications attracted global attention and even earned him a Guinness World Record for his dedication to becoming an animal through permanent changes. Despite his shocking appearance, Dennis always emphasized that his transformation was a deeply personal journey. Anthony Lafredo, known as Black Alien, is one of the most extreme examples of body modification today. He has undergone numerous surgeries, including removing his ears, nose, and part of a finger. He also altered his teeth by sharpening and dyeing them purple, creating a striking appearance. Beyond these changes, Anthony has expressed a desire to amputate a healthy leg to fully align with the true self he believes represents who he really is. This wish has sparked controversy, highlighting the complex and often debated boundaries of body modification and self-identity. Lafredo has openly stated that for most of his life, he felt trapped in a body that didn't belong to him, causing him extreme distress and unhappiness. His transformation journey is his way of coping with the anxiety and body dysphoria he experiences. While many view his surgeries as shocking, Lafredo's journey raises important ethical questions about the limits of body modification. Can doctors ethically perform surgery to remove a healthy body part, especially when the request stems from body dysphoria, a psychological condition where individuals perceive flaws in their bodies that don't actually exist in the eyes of others? Ethan Bramble is a young man in his early 20s who has undergone more than 40 extreme body modifications, each procedure pushing boundaries further and shocking those around him. Among his boldest changes are splitting his tongue and surgically removing his navel choices that are completely unconventional and rare. However, the most striking and controversial part of Ethan's transformation is his eye tattooing, which turned the whites of his eyes completely black. This procedure is extremely dangerous and can lead to permanent blindness, yet Ethan was determined to go through with it to achieve the look he desired. By the age of 22, Ethan had invested between $15,000 and $20,000 in these changes, with much of the money spent on high-risk and unusual procedures like his eye tattoos. Driven by a desire to stand out and express his unique identity, Ethan is willing to accept significant risks to create a look that truly reflects who he wants to be. Allegra Cole's story is one of transformation, not only in appearance, but also in lifestyle and career. Born and raised in a strict Mormon family in Salt Lake City, Allegra led a life many would consider ordinary, working as a piano teacher and following a traditional path. However, she decided to change her life and pursue a career as an internet model. To achieve the look she desired, Allegra underwent numerous cosmetic surgeries, spending around $75,000 to create a striking and standout appearance in the online modeling world. Allegra Cole's surgeries have significantly reshaped her appearance, with her breasts becoming one of her most distinctive features. This transformation is part of a larger trend where individuals modify their bodies to align with the image or personal brand they wish to project. While some may criticize her choices, Allegra's success in building a career and amassing a large following is undeniable. Her journey highlights the power of self-determination and the ability to redefine one's identity in the face of societal expectations. Tiffany Taylor's obsession with Ivanka Trump goes beyond typical celebrity admiration, becoming one of the most extreme cases of celebrity mimicry. After a painful breakup following a 10-year marriage, Tiffany became fixated on Ivanka, viewing her as the epitome of beauty and success. This obsession led her to undergo a dramatic transformation, during which she spent a significant amount of money on 13 surgeries within just 1 year. These procedures included breast augmentation, rhinoplasty cheek fillers, liposuction facelifts, and body lifts, all aimed at achieving a look she believed would mirror Ivanka's. Tiffany's journey raises questions about the psychological factors driving extreme cosmetic procedures and the lengths some individuals will go to in order to reshape their identities. Despite undergoing numerous surgeries, Tiffany Taylor has not fully achieved her goal of resembling Ivanka Trump. Doctors have refused to perform further procedures due to concerns for her physical and mental health. Interestingly, many have failed to recognize who Tiffany is attempting to emulate. While some speculated she might be aiming for a look similar to Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera, few anticipated her choice of Ivanka Trump as a model. After all the surgeries and filler treatments, Tiffany's features have become more generic, not fully capturing Ivanka's unique appearance. Regardless of the outcome, Tiffany's transformation raises profound questions about celebrity obsession, self-esteem, and the extreme measures some people will take in the pursuit of their ideal beauty. Martina Bigborn Martina Adam is a German model and media personality known not only for her bold body modifications, but also for the intense controversies she has sparked with her choices. Known for her larger-than-life image, Martina began her transformation journey in 2012, undergoing multiple cosmetic surgeries to enhance her appearance. However, in 2017, she made a highly controversial decision to start injecting skin-darkening substances with the goal of becoming a black woman. Martina's melanin injections were aimed at giving her a more ethnic appearance with the goal of embodying the image of a black woman. However, this decision sparked intense backlash and widespread criticism, with many arguing that it crossed ethical boundaries. Medical experts also expressed concerns about the safety of these procedures, while public debate focused on the cultural implications of her choice. The controversy centered on whether Martina was simply expressing her personal identity through her appearance or engaging in cultural appropriation, appropriating another culture in a way that is disrespectful and contentious. Critics argue that Martina's actions downplay serious racial issues and reinforce harmful stereotypes. However, she insists that she genuinely feels connected to the black community and views her physical transformation as an expression of personal identity and freedom of choice. Martina's story opens up profound debates about racial identity, cultural appropriation, and the boundaries of self-expression. While controversial, her journey prompts us to reflect on the extent to which people are willing to change their appearance and identity to assert themselves. Jocelyn Weinstein is a name that cannot be overlooked when discussing bold and controversial cosmetic surgeries, earning her the media nickname Catwoman. Her story has captured both attention and curiosity. As a prominent socialite in New York, Jocelyn has undergone numerous procedures to transform her face into a feline-inspired look, an appearance she passionately pursues and has dedicated her life to perfecting. Her surgical journey began in 1998, and according to some rumors, her marriage to a wealthy but unfaithful husband played a role in fueling her obsession with altering her appearance. Despite facing significant media criticism and public ridicule over her increasingly dramatic facial changes, Jocelyn remains steadfast that this is her way of expressing a unique and personal vision of beauty. Hang Myoku's story is a tragic example of how an obsession with beauty can lead to harmful consequences. Once a model, Hang became obsessed with having smooth, flawless skin. Initially, she received silicone injections to enhance her appearance, but as her obsession grew, doctors refused to perform any more procedures due to the risks and damage already done. Undeterred, Hang turned to extreme measures, injecting black market silicone into her face. When that wasn't enough, she went further by injecting cooking oil into her skin, hoping to achieve the smooth complexion she desired. The results were horrific. The cooking oil caused severe disfigurement, leaving her face unrecognizable. This deformation disrupted her ability to live a normal life, both physically and mentally. The damage was so extensive that she underwent multiple reconstructive surgeries funded by the South Korean public after her story was broadcast on television. However, despite numerous surgeries, Hang Myoku was never able to fully recover and continues to live with deep scars. Simon Cowell, best known for his blunt critiques on shows like American Idol and America's Got Talent, has recently attracted attention for more than just his sharp remarks. In recent years, noticeable changes in his appearance have sparked widespread speculation about cosmetic enhancements. While some attribute his youthful look to genetics and good skincare, Simon has openly admitted to using Botox to smooth wrinkles and rejuvenate his face. He has also joked about having his face tightened, fueling ongoing debates about whether he has undergone surgical procedures or relies on non-invasive treatments and lifestyle choices to maintain his appearance. Fans of Simon may remember him sporting high-waisted trousers and a slightly rugged look in his early days, but today his face appears much smoother and more youthful. While many critics argue that Simon has gone too far with cosmetic procedures, he embraces his new appearance and shows no signs of stopping. Whether it's in his music career or his controversial looks, Simon Cowell continues to capture attention and make us think. Whether you love or hate his transformation, there's no denying that Simon knows how to keep himself in the spotlight. Sahar Tabar, born Fatime Kishvand, gained global fame for her extreme transformation aimed at creating a zombie version of Angelina Jolie. Proudly proclaiming, "I am Iran's Angelina Jolie," Sahar took self-expression to an extreme level. While many express their individuality through music, dance, or hairstyle changes, Sahar chose a bolder path, undergoing 50 cosmetic surgeries to transform her appearance into a haunting, surreal image. Her story sparked widespread debates about how far some people are willing to go to stand out the boundaries of beauty and self-expression, and the powerful influence of social media in shaping modern beauty standards. Sahar Tabar first gained widespread attention in 2017 when photos of her striking transformation went viral. With full lips, high cheekbones, and heavy makeup, she was often compared to Angelina Jolie, but had a surreal and unsettling quality. Known as the living doll or zombie bride, her appearance sparked both fascination and discomfort. Some praised her bold style, while others questioned the extremes of beauty standards and the influence of social media on personal identity. Her transformation highlighted the conflict between the freedom of self-expression and societal expectations of beauty. Sahar Tabar's story took a dark turn when her extreme physical transformation attracted global attention. Her social media fame angered Iranian authorities, leading to her arrest on charges of insulting religion and spreading immoral content online. The intense legal battle resulted in a 10-year prison sentence, sparking controversy and sympathy from supporters worldwide. Later, her sentence was reduced and she was released on bail. The combination of her striking appearance and legal troubles only fueled public curiosity about her. Inspired by the character Emily from Corpse Bride, Sahar's look reflects her desire to express a mystical and eerie beauty. Her journey raises profound questions about beauty standards, the influence of social media, and the sacrifices some people are willing to make to assert themselves and attract attention. Pixie Fox is a glamour model, known for her passion for transforming her body into the living image of a cartoon character. She began her cosmetic journey in 2011 with her first surgery and has since undergone over 200 procedures over the years. Pixie's ultimate goal is to become a real-life Disney princess, a figure she has always dreamed of embodying. One of the most striking highlights of her transformation is her massive breast augmentation reaching an astonishing 30J size, which has drawn significant attention. However, breast enhancement was just the beginning of Pixie's body transformation journey. She has continued to undergo numerous high-risk and controversial surgeries, including traveling to India for an eye color change procedure, an extremely dangerous surgery rarely permitted in the US or Europe due to its high risks. Pixie's journey is not only a story about appearance, but also a reflection of her determination and desire to push boundaries in pursuit of the perfect image she envisions. Pixie Fox's transformation took a serious turn when she underwent jaw reshaping surgery in South Korea, an invasive procedure that involves cutting and contouring the jawbone to create sharper angles. This surgery is known to be extremely painful and carries risks such as permanent nerve damage or paralysis. Despite these dangers, Pixie continued with multiple surgeries on her nose, ears, and other body parts. The pursuit of a fairy tale beauty came at a high cost, as repeated surgeries led to severe complications, including brain damage. After years of enduring pain and declining health, Pixie expressed a desire to reverse some changes and return to a more natural appearance. Her story serves as a cautionary reminder of the physical and mental toll of chasing unrealistic beauty standards. Sharon Osbourne, known for her candidness and openness about her cosmetic surgeries, decided to end her beauty journey after a facelift procedure in 2021 when she was in her 70s. She described the surgery as making her face look like a cyclops, an experience that caused significant stress and made her reconsider whether to undergo any more surgeries. Sharon realized that time was no longer on her side, and she didn't want to risk another facelift after the difficulties and complications from her last procedure. The surgery lasted 5.5 hours, and afterward she felt very unwell, even worrying that one eye looked different from the other. Although she chose to stop cosmetic treatments, she had undergone many enhancements before. She has been very open about her past surgeries, skin treatments, chemical peels, laser therapies, dental veneers, as well as upgrades and removals whenever she felt necessary. Sharon's journey is not just about the pursuit of beauty, but also a testament to the challenges, struggles, and courage involved in facing aging and the changes the body undergoes over time. The next cosmetic surgery enthusiast needs little introduction. If you're a fan of RuPaul's Drag Race, you've surely heard of Detox. Detox, whose real name is Matthew Sanderson, is a world-renowned drag queen and one of the most memorable contestants on the show. She placed 4th in Season 5 and later returned for All Stars 2, where she finished as the runner-up. Although Detox never won the crown in either season, she remains one of the drag queens who has undergone one of the most dramatic physical transformations in the show's history. Detox first rose to fame with her nightclub performances in the early 2000s and even appeared in music videos for major stars like Rihanna and Kesha. Since then, she has built a successful career, even gracing the cover of New York Magazine in 2019 and ranking 14th on the magazine's list of the 100 most powerful drag queens in America. Of course, she looks completely different without the makeup and wigs, but Sanderson, the real person behind Detox, has also undergone a significant transformation. As a skinny boy, he discovered cosmetic surgery at the age of 17 after attending his first drag show. Looking back on that time, Sanderson once said, "I've always been very thin, and I realized that I could have a beautiful body by injecting silicone, and that's exactly what he did." Although the exact number of surgeries that make up Detox's look is unclear, Sanderson has shared that he injected gallons of silicone into his body, including his hips, chest, shoulders, and buttocks. In 2018, Detox made headlines after undergoing surgery to achieve the perfect six-pack abs, but the result was a disaster. As seen in photos, Sanderson's abs ended up looking lumpy and uneven. Detox later appeared on the TV show Botched, where she begged the renowned surgeons to fix her embarrassing stomach. Jessica Alves, a Brazilian-British television personality and former flight attendant, has undergone numerous cosmetic surgeries in her journey to change her appearance. She was born as Rodrigo Alves on July 30th, 1983 in São Paulo, Brazil. Alves' grandfather bought her Barbie dolls and allowed her to dress as she pleased from a young age. However, as she grew up, Alves became dissatisfied with her body and was bullied because of her appearance, which fueled her desire to achieve a perfect doll-like look. At the age of 19, Alves underwent her first nose surgery, opening up a whole new world of possibilities to alter her appearance. However, the doll she wanted to resemble wasn't Barbie. It was Ken. After years of feeling insecure about her body, Alves decided to transform herself into the ideal male figure with bulging muscles, a six-pack, and sharp cheekbones. Naturally, all of these changes were achieved through cosmetic surgery. In total, Alves has undergone 103 surgeries costing over $500,000, including hair transplants, brow lifts, eyelid surgery, ear reduction surgery, cheek implants, and filler injections in her shoulders, arms, and abdomen to create the appearance of a six-pack. However, in early 2019, Alves began confronting something she had kept hidden for a long time. She is transgender. The image she sought to achieve was not Ken, but Barbie. A year later, Alves publicly transitioned, changing both her name and appearance. She now has voluminous blonde hair, a slim waist, plump lips, and a fuller bust. Alves spent an additional $130,000 on gender confirmation surgeries, including the removal of her six-pack abs, breast augmentation, Adam's apple reduction jawline, contouring, facial surgery, eyelid lifts, liposuction, and Botox injections. She was able to fund these surgeries thanks to her family's ownership of a chain of grocery stores in Brazil, which made them quite wealthy. However, Alves also inherited some real estate in Marbella, Spain, which she rents out to tourists. Additionally, she became a television personality, appearing on several reality shows, such as Celebrity Big Brother UK. Despite already having a striking appearance, Alves still has more cosmetic surgery plans in the works, including full gender confirmation surgery. Amanda Lepore, a transgender model and performance artist, is a striking example of how cosmetic surgery can transform both appearance and identity. Born as Armand Lepore, Amanda felt disconnected from her assigned gender from a young age. She began her transition as a teenager, drawing inspiration from icons like Marilyn Monroe, and determined to escape the bullying she endured. Amanda's surgical journey was extensive and complex, encompassing facial feminization procedures, such as brow lifts and cheek implants, along with bold body modifications like breast augmentation and silicone injections in her hips and buttocks. She also underwent multiple rhinoplasties, lip enhancements, and even rib removal surgery to achieve a narrower waistline. The result is a signature look defined by her hourglass figure, full lips, and prominent cheekbones. However, Amanda's transformation came at a steep cost, both financially and physically. She admitted to spending over $1 million on surgeries, earning her the media title of the most expensive body in the world. Additionally, the sheer number and intensity of her procedures have raised concerns about their long-term impact on her health and well-being. Despite the risks and criticisms, Amanda remains a fierce advocate for self-expression and bodily autonomy. She uses her platform to challenge traditional notions of beauty and gender, inspiring others to embrace their unique identities. Born male Monique Allen spent her life grappling with a sense of disconnect between her body and her identity. Seeking harmony between her appearance and her gender perception, she turned to cosmetic surgery in hopes of transforming herself. However, this journey quickly spiraled into an obsession. Monique underwent an astonishing 100 surgeries, 75 of which were performed illegally, including the injection of up to 12 liters of filler into her body. She revealed enduring 24 rhinoplasties, 9 breast augmentations, and countless other procedures. Her story reflects the extremes some individuals go to in their pursuit of self-alignment, often at great personal cost. However, the relentless surgeries took a severe toll on her health, turning Monique from a vibrant individual into a frail shadow of her former self. She became trapped in a vicious cycle, needing new procedures to correct the mistakes of previous surgeries. Looking back, Monique expressed deep regret, wishing she had never undergone so many operations. These procedures not only stripped her of her natural beauty, but also left her disabled, unable to walk without assistance. Daryl Hannah has earned recognition for her unforgettable roles like Madison in Splash and her action-packed performances in Kill Bill. Despite publicly stating at 51 that she had never undergone plastic surgery, she has been the subject of cosmetic speculation. Over the years, however, photos show a noticeable shift in her appearance, particularly her noticeably lifted eyebrows when compared to her earlier look. The conversation about Daryl Hannah's transformation goes beyond just rumors, sparking deeper discussions about the pressures stars face to meet unattainable beauty ideals in an industry that prioritizes youth and flawlessness. Hannah's situation prompts reflections on the personal decisions people make and the pressures they face under constant public attention, weighing personal authenticity against external expectations. As conversations about her appearance continue, Hannah's experience serves as a powerful reminder of the challenges of managing a public persona while remaining true to oneself in a society that prioritizes looks. Her journey highlights the difficulties of navigating aging and appearance, offering a thoughtful commentary on staying authentic in a world where cosmetic procedures and image transformations are increasingly normalized. The Duchess of Alba, a prominent figure in the Spanish royal family, made the decision to undergo cosmetic procedures despite her privileged status. She underwent multiple Botox injections in her battle against natural aging, which significantly altered her facial features, sparking curiosity and criticism from the public and the media. Her decision to undergo these transformations became especially notable when at the age of 57 she married a man 24 years her junior. This unexpected marriage not only attracted attention but also led to much speculation about the motivations behind her pursuit of eternal youth. Critics have often pointed to her cosmetic surgeries as a clear sign of the pressures that even those with privileged status, like the Duchess, face in maintaining an ideal image. Her reliance on prominent cosmetic procedures highlighted society's obsession with youth and beauty, while also reflecting how these standards differ across cultures and social classes. Her altered appearance, as opposed to the natural aging process, sparked ethical debates regarding the extent of intervention in one's appearance. Ultimately, the Duchess of Alba's journey into cosmetic surgery serves as a profound reflection on society's obsession with youth and beauty and the far-reaching impact these standards have on individuals regardless of their social standing. Donatella Versace, a high-fashion icon and influential figure in the industry, has never hesitated to undergo various cosmetic treatments such as Botox fillers and laser procedures to maintain her youthful and radiant appearance. However, these interventions have gradually and noticeably altered her look. What was once smooth skin has become overly taut and shiny, while facial features like her lips and cheeks have become increasingly full and exaggerated. Although she remains a powerful presence in the fashion world, Donatella's changing appearance has sparked significant controversy and heated debates about whether excessive cosmetic enhancements can strip away natural beauty and charm. Her story serves not only as a cautionary tale about the risks of chasing perfection through surgery, but also raises important questions about finding the right balance between preserving beauty and maintaining authenticity in the modern aesthetic world. Janice Dickinson, known as the original Supermodel and a prominent fashion icon of the 1970s and 1980s, was one of the first celebrities to openly discuss her cosmetic surgeries. She is recognized for her bold lifestyle and candidness about the physical changes she has undergone throughout her career. Janice has had numerous procedures, including breast augmentations, Botox injections, and other beauty treatments, which have significantly altered her appearance from her earlier years. Her transformed look has sparked controversy, with many critics arguing that she appears overly artificial and has lost her natural charm. Nevertheless, Janice remains an influential figure in the entertainment and fashion industries, known for her strong stance on the freedom to pursue beauty and maintain self-confidence. Her story is not just about a beauty journey, but also serves as a profound reminder about self-acceptance and the potential consequences of excessive physical alterations. Blac Chyna, a famous model and influencer, has drawn attention not only for her career, but also for her bold cosmetic surgery journey. She openly shares her transformation process on social media, becoming a symbol of the artificial beauty trend. Initially confident with her new look, as her surgeries increased, her appearance changed so much she became barely recognizable, sparking debates about the limits of cosmetic procedures. Her story serves as a reminder of personal freedom, the pressure of beauty standards, and the risks of chasing perfection at the expense of inner balance. Thanks for watching. What do you think about these stories of people regretting changing their race through surgery? Share your thoughts down below. We love hearing from you. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. Stay tuned for our next video, and remember to always embrace who you truly are. See you next time. How far will you go to become someone else? In a world where beauty and identity dominate, many celebrities have taken the biggest risk of all, changing their race through surgery. These shocking stories, from dramatic transformations to unbelievable changes, have rocked Hollywood. They've risked everything only to face deep regret. Get ready, because these journeys are sure to shock you. Do you or anyone you know ever considered changing their appearance to look like a different race? If yes, drop a 1. If no, comment a 0. Enjoy the video and leave a sub to support the channel. Lara Flynn Boyle, once famous for her captivating beauty and striking blue eyes in Twin Peaks, now surprises many with a completely transformed face. The delicate features she once had have been replaced by a noticeably different appearance. Fuller lips, rounder cheeks, and a taut face make her look unnatural. This isn't a subtle improvement, but a dramatic change that has completely altered her public image. The pursuit of an ideal image has overshadowed Lara Flynn Boyle's undeniable talent. The pressure from Hollywood pushed her toward irreversible changes. Lara's story serves as a reminder of the cost of external perfection and how the industry can distort not only appearances but also the perception and careers of stars. Tara Jane McConaughey, a 33-year-old nurse from Melbourne, Australia, has captured global attention with her transformation into a living Barbie doll. She has spent over $250,000 on extreme cosmetic surgeries, including nose lifts, Botox injections, and fillers. Yet Tara continues to seek further enhancements, even considering rib removal to achieve a slimmer waist. Despite doctors warning her about the dangers, she presses on with this journey. Tara's story has been widely covered, particularly on the show Botched, where she discussed her controversial transformations. This journey raises questions about body image and the psychological motivations behind extreme changes. Is there a limit to how much one can alter their appearance, or is it self-destruction in the pursuit of an unattainable ideal? Lil Kim, a hip-hop icon celebrated for her groundbreaking music, and bold style has also sparked controversy with her changing appearance. Notably, her lighter skin tone and altered nose shape have raised questions about racial issues. These transformations have not only impacted Lil Kim's look but also made her a focal point in debates about racial discrimination in the entertainment industry. Black women have always faced immense societal pressure to conform to specific beauty standards, and Lil Kim is a vivid example of this. She has consistently expressed herself boldly through her music and fashion, but her physical transformations, including breast augmentation, liposuction, and other procedures, have sparked intense debate within the community. Lil Kim's openness about her beauty journey has drawn attention, sparking deep discussions about the unrealistic beauty ideals society imposes on women. While many argue that pursuing these standards can be harmful, Lil Kim staunchly defends her choices, viewing them as a powerful form of self-expression. She has become an icon not only in the entertainment industry, but also in conversations about beauty and personal identity. Her unwavering confidence continues to solidify her status as a trailblazer and influential figure in the industry. Lena, once a celebrated model praised for her stunning beauty, met a tragic end in her pursuit of perfection. The cosmetic surgeries she underwent to fix perceived flaws left her face severely disfigured, marked by blisters, acne, and sunburned skin. The relentless procedures didn't deliver the perfection Lena sought, but instead stripped away her natural beauty, leaving behind a scarred face. Lena's story serves as a stark warning about the devastating consequences of societal beauty standards. After her transformations, she was forced to retreat from the public eye and vanished from the modeling world she once dominated. Her tale reminds us of the immense pressure individuals face in this industry and the harrowing outcomes of chasing perfection beyond all limits. Jessica Alves, previously known as the Living Ken doll, has undergone over 100 surgeries to completely transform her appearance. Her goal was to become a real-life Ken doll, a transformation that included not only nose jobs, jaw surgery, and cheek implants, but also relentless lip filler injections. Initially, Jessica's meticulous and dedicated approach garnered attention and curiosity, but as the surgeries became an unending cycle, concerns about her health grew. She sacrificed everything to achieve her ideal look, to the point where her face no longer resembled her own, but became an entirely different image. This journey, while achieving physical changes, carried a profound sadness in her eyes, like an indescribable loss. Zhou Chuna, a Chinese influencer blessed with stunning natural beauty, has faced immense pressure and expectations regarding his appearance like many others in the entertainment industry. His journey to maintain outward perfection has raised significant questions about the cost of such transformations. With bright eyes, smooth skin, and delicate features, she was once the epitome of natural beauty. However, she now openly admits to profound regret, feeling like a stranger in her own face. The pain stems from a disconnection with herself, looking at her reflection, and no longer recognizing who she is, as if she has lost her identity. Her cosmetic surgery journey began with a desire to look more Western, believing that conforming to Western beauty standards would make her more appealing. It's hard to comprehend embarking on such a drastic path, especially when she already possessed natural beauty. She meticulously planned each surgery, consulting multiple doctors and deciding to completely transform her appearance from eye surgery for larger, rounder eyes, a refined nose job for a sharper nose, to jaw surgery for a chiseled jawline. Although she documented every step of her transformation on social media, sharing her daily makeover process with thousands of followers, the initial excitement quickly faded. In its place came an indescribable pain, as she felt she had lost her cultural identity and was trapped between two worlds belonging to neither. Juju Oliveira, a renowned Brazilian model, was once celebrated for her natural beauty and elegant style. However, her cosmetic surgery journey led to an unrecognizable transformation, with a swollen, distorted face that barely resembled her natural self. Initially, she underwent subtle procedures to maintain a youthful appearance, but this gradually turned into an obsession. She injected fillers into her lips, cheeks, and other areas of her face, causing her once delicate features to become exaggerated and alien to her original beauty. Juju's initial transparency about her surgeries was praised for shedding light on the realities of the cosmetic industry. However, her journey took a tragic turn when the misuse of fillers led to severe skin damage, infections, and unsightly lumps. Juju's story serves as a powerful warning about the dangers of overusing cosmetic procedures without proper expert guidance. Raji Narinesing, a transgender actress and activist, endured a true nightmare when her face was disfigured by dangerous injections of cement, mineral oil, and superglue, all administered by an unlicensed individual. Seeking to enhance her femininity, Raji fell victim to a scam. The person performing these procedures posed as a doctor, leading her to believe they were safe, as others in her community had undergone similar surgeries. The consequences of those illegal injections were horrific. Raji's face swelled, hardened, and was filled with painful lumps. She faced excruciating pain, humiliation, and relentless bullying while trying to conceal the severe damage with makeup and hairstyles. Yet her courage shone through when she appeared on the TV show Botched, where cosmetic surgeons helped her recover and repair the damage. After numerous corrective surgeries, Raji Narinesing regained her confidence with significant reduction in swelling and lumps. More importantly, she discovered profound inner strength, transforming her painful experience into a mission to raise awareness about the dangers of unlicensed cosmetic procedures and advocate for the transgender community. Raji's story is a powerful reminder that true beauty transcends appearance, and self-acceptance is the key to happiness and an authentic life. Amanda Ahola, a Finnish model and social media star, exemplifies extreme physical transformation. She underwent numerous cosmetic surgeries, including 3 breast augmentations and filler injections, aiming to become a real-life Barbie doll. However, her journey was far from smooth, as she nearly lost her life due to complications from anesthesia. Having narrowly escaped death, Amanda continued her passion for body modification. She shared her experiences and beauty ideals with thousands of fans, sparking discussions about extremism in cosmetics. Amanda's story not only challenges traditional notions of beauty, but also underscores the risks when individuals push beyond the boundaries of medical science in pursuit of physical ideals. Alicia Amira, a celebrated Swedish model and entrepreneur, has been praised for her hyper-feminine appearance achieved through numerous cosmetic surgeries. She passionately advocates for the Bimboification movement, a form of self-expression through physical enhancements, and remains unapologetic about her choices. Alicia founded the Bimbo Academy, where she promotes these aesthetic standards and a distinctive lifestyle. Despite receiving mixed reactions from admiration to criticism, Alicia Amira's story sparks a broader conversation about personal identity and the evolving definitions of beauty in modern society. Is her transformation a superficial pursuit or a genuine assertion of self-identity in the face of traditional expectations? Mickey Rourke. Once the epitome of Hollywood heartthrob, looks in the 1980s underwent a heartbreaking transformation. With his chiseled face and charisma in films like 912 Weeks, Rourke chose to abandon acting for boxing in the 90s. His boxing career left his face severely damaged from brutal ring beatings necessitating multiple cosmetic surgeries. However, those surgeries were unsuccessful, leaving Mickey's face swollen and distorted, barely recognizable as the handsome star of yesteryear. His story is a poignant reminder of the painful consequences of chasing an ideal appearance without considering the long-term impact. He entrusted his face to an inexperienced surgeon, leading to disastrous results. The nose jobs, cheek implants, and facelifts aimed at restoring his youthful appearance not only distorted his face, but also negatively impacted his career. Hollywood directors no longer trusted him with leading roles, relegating him to supporting parts often as villains or one-dimensional characters. Mickey's story is a powerful warning about the risks of lacking proper guidance from cosmetic experts and the devastating impact of misguided decisions about appearance. His experience also serves as a lesson in uncontrollable change. As a star, at the peak of his career, became a shadow of his former self. Bella Hadid, regarded as one of the world's most beautiful women, has constantly faced rumors about cosmetic surgery. Despite her firm denials, subtle changes to her face, from high cheekbones to bright eyes and alluring lips, have fueled ongoing debates among the public and critics. Speculation about potential nose jobs, jawline contouring, and brow lifts continues to circulate. Nevertheless, Bella consistently maintains that her changes are solely due to puberty, good genetics, a healthy lifestyle, and skillful makeup. Her family, including her famous sister Gigi Hadid, has also defended her natural beauty. Regardless, Bella Hadid's allure on the runway and red carpet remains undeniable, establishing her as a modern fashion icon. Her poise and grace amid relentless scrutiny are a testament to her strength. Mary Sebastian Pickles. Magdalene, under whatever name she chooses, has become a social media phenomenon due to her relentless and extreme transformation in pursuit of becoming a living human doll. Her journey is marked by countless cosmetic surgeries, rendering her almost unrecognizable. Her eyes, altered to an unsettling doll-like appearance, have left many viewers unnerved. She has spent millions on surgeries, including breast augmentations and eye procedures, yet seems perpetually dissatisfied. Each operation brings her closer to an unattainable ideal, as she continues consulting various surgeons. This transformation has sparked controversy and raised concerns about her physical and mental health. Mary insists each surgery aligns her closer to her true identity, but her story remains a testament to the extremes some are willing to go to achieve their personal ideals. Did Mary Sebastian Pickles Magdalene's plastic surgery journey blow your mind? What do you think about her decision to transform her appearance? If you're moved or shocked, drop a 1 in the comments. Got your own plastic surgery story to share? Comment A2. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to catch our next inspiring video. Share this with your friends and let's keep the convo going. In a Hollywood often shrouded in secrecy, Chrissy Teigen stands out as an anomaly with her candidness about cosmetic procedures and personal transformations. Unafraid to share details of her treatments from Botox injections to cosmetic surgeries, she has become a distinctive figure in the entertainment industry. Chrissy Teigen's openness has sparked a conversation about authentic beauty in modern society, bodily autonomy, and fearlessness in the face of judgment. Despite criticism, her confidence and self-acceptance have cemented her as an icon in the entertainment community. Chrissy's approach not only fosters a healthier dialogue about body image, but also encourages embracing authenticity. Her unapologetic honesty about her cosmetic choices has made her a refreshing presence in the entertainment industry, earning admiration from those who value genuineness. Megan Fox, with her captivating eyes and high cheekbones, has undergone a noticeable transformation in recent years. From her natural look in Transformers, she now sports sharper features, leading many to speculate about the use of Botox and fillers in her cheeks and lips to smooth wrinkles and enhance contours. Despite the rumors, Megan has remained silent on the matter, fueling further curiosity among fans. Some believe her transformation stems from skillful makeup and photo editing, while others insist cosmetic surgery is the primary cause. Despite her altered appearance, Megan Fox continues to captivate audiences with not only her beauty, but also her talent and charisma. Her story exemplifies how rumors about cosmetic procedures can dominate a celebrity's career and public image, even as Megan herself neither confirms nor denies them. Doja Cat is a prime example of dramatic physical transformation in the entertainment industry. Known for her bold fashion and ever-changing appearance, she has sparked widespread speculation about nose surgery and lip fillers. Her evolving look, particularly the noticeable changes in her lips and nose over time, has fueled extensive discussions. However, Doja Cat has never hesitated to address these speculations. She frequently uses witty comments to respond to rumors about cosmetic surgery, even joking that she's had surgery while emphasizing the importance of loving and appreciating natural beauty. While it's unclear whether Doja has undergone surgery or not, The combination of her skilled makeup techniques and evolving personal style helped solidify her status as a queen of transformation and reinvention. Tara Reid, once America's sweetheart and the ultimate party girl in teen films, has undergone a significant physical transformation. After experiencing unsuccessful cosmetic surgeries, Tara faced serious complications and struggled with a loss of self-confidence. Despite these challenges, she remained determined to keep her spirits high and make a comeback in her career. After undergoing liposuction in the early 2000s, the results were far from what she had hoped for, leaving her with an uneven stomach and breasts that were too large for her frame. This outcome not only deepened her insecurities, but also forced her to step away from the spotlight. Tara became a recluse, feeling too embarrassed to appear in public. This transformation not only altered her self-image, but also had a severe impact on her career. From starring in blockbuster films, she moved to low-budget horror movies on DVD, with fewer and fewer offers coming her way. This decline led many to question whether such small but damaging changes were truly worth the immense sacrifices she had to endure. Tara's story serves as a powerful lesson about the hidden dangers of chasing perfection through cosmetic procedures, a warning about the heartbreaking and unexpected outcomes that can arise when someone tries to alter their natural essence. Lin May, the legendary Mexican actress, dancer, and singer, was once praised as a sex symbol for her natural beauty and charm. However, she underwent countless cosmetic surgeries, including facelifts and cheek implants, which altered her face to the point where many no longer recognized her. She admitted that deep regret followed her throughout this journey, and the change in her appearance caused her to suffer emotional trauma. At the height of her career, Lin May became a significant cultural icon in the Mexican entertainment industry. Yet behind the glamour lay deep insecurities and relentless pressure to maintain a perfect image. Her story reminds us of the double-edged sword of fame, where unattainable beauty expectations can harm celebrities themselves. Lin May's journey serves as a cautionary tale about the challenges of meeting societal beauty standards and the importance of embracing natural beauty. Vanilla Chamu, a Japanese model, developed a strong obsession with transforming herself into a real-life French doll. To achieve this ideal, she underwent numerous extreme procedures, including eye surgery for larger, rounder eyes, chin implants, breast augmentation, and intensive skin lightening treatments. However, the visual results were shocking, making her the subject of ridicule on social media. Vanilla Chamu's relentless pursuit of an unattainable beauty standard caused her to lose herself. She didn't realize that the French doll aesthetic she was chasing was an almost fantastical and impossible ideal. Her story is a powerful reminder of the potential dangers when someone becomes too obsessed with altering their appearance and loses their natural identity. Instead of gaining respect, she endured harsh ridicule, leading to an extremely negative public perception. On an evening at the Detroit Opera House in 1998, the air was thick with anticipation. The velvet seats were packed, and important figures, famous singers and prominent producers gathered to honor a legend, the Queen of Soul, Artha Franklin. However, backstage, a palpable tension sliced through the formal atmosphere like a sharp knife. Artha Franklin sat in her dressing room, the space silent and dignified, but her fury was unmistakable to anyone who saw her. The reason for her anger was a name on the program she had never approved. With calm determination, she slammed her makeup box shut, stared at her assistant, and issued a clear ultimatum. "If he sings tonight, I'll walk." Event organizers panicked, rushing through the hallways. Artha Franklin, the undisputed queen, didn't need a microphone to command a room or an entire performance. Just a glance, a word, or even a purposeful pause was enough to convey her power and will. Throughout her illustrious career, Artha had remained silent about the backstabs and the bitter betrayals she endured. However, as she entered the later years of her life at the age of 76, with the inevitable end drawing nearer, the Queen of Soul began to speak out. Her decision to name those she would never again mention was not driven by a thirst for revenge, but by a powerful need for clarity and truth. These were not petty arguments of a diva, but deep wounds from personal and professional betrayals. Ray Charles, a friend and rival who had once been a source of pride for her, was the next name on the list. However, their friendship shattered one night when Ray publicly humiliated Artha on national television. In the mid-1970s, a historic duet between Artha Franklin and Ray Charles was planned, set to be broadcast live to millions of viewers across the country. It was meant to be a legendary musical moment, but when the cameras started rolling, everything changed. Ray Charles, a master of improvisation, began to stray from the agreed-upon arrangement. He stretched out the bridges far beyond their intended length, adding flourishes that had never been discussed before, altering the rhythm and turning the carefully choreographed duet into a chaotic musical minefield. Artha, a consummate professional, tried to adjust in real time, struggling to keep the performance from completely falling apart. However, the delicate balance of the performance was lost. To the casual viewer, it might have seemed like an impromptu moment, a spontaneous display of artistry, but for Artha, it was a deliberate act of sabotage. After the cameras stopped rolling, Ray was reportedly chuckling with the producers and made a remark that struck Artha to her core: "Great, but not agile enough." That one dismissive comment completely altered the dynamic of their relationship. Artha was furious, and that anger was not just a fleeting emotion, but a reflection of decades of struggles throughout her career. Artha Franklin, who had built her illustrious career on a foundation of composure, unwavering control, and unmatched musical talent, was confronted with public and blatant ridicule, especially from someone she deeply admired, Ray Charles. It was not just a lack of respect. Ray's actions were a profound humiliation for her. After this incident, Artha never performed with Ray Charles again. Not on television, not during tours, and not even in private recording sessions. Although she never publicly addressed the matter, those close to her revealed that she confided in friends, insisting that Ray had attempted to turn their duet into a solo performance of his own, making her nothing more than a personal joke. This was not just a chaotic musical moment, but a profound betrayal to her personally. Someone she had once considered a brother who shamelessly seized her spotlight and turned it into a spectacle to amuse himself. Next on Artha's list was Beyoncé, who in Artha's perception dared to claim her crown. A historic event took place at the 2008 Grammy Awards, where Beyoncé stood on stage with a radiant smile, exuding confidence, and holding the microphone to introduce Tina Turner, the Queen Tina. The crowd erupted in applause, but while the audience cheered, Artha Franklin sat in silence, deep in thought. A few hours later, Artha made a rare public statement. Though she didn't mention Beyoncé by name, the tone of her message was unmistakable, and it was truly scathing. She condemned Beyoncé's remarks as cheap and a fundamental lack of respect towards her. The message quickly spread, sending shockwaves through the music industry. While many fans accustomed to the dramatic outbursts of divas quickly dismissed the incident as typical behavior, those close to Artha understood that this was not about the fragile ego of a diva. It was about a real threat to the legacy she had painstakingly built. For Artha, the crown was not just a title, but a sacred legacy she had fought for and built through tireless effort. While Beyoncé may have been a great talent to Artha, those words were a direct challenge to her reign. Finally, on Artha's list was Eminem, the local boy from Detroit, where Artha had spent decades building her name and legacy. While Eminem was undeniably one of the most famous and influential artists when he surpassed Artha in her own territory, Detroit, it felt like a direct challenge to her. Eminem, despite his talent, was in Artha's eyes infringing upon and showing a lack of respect for everything she had contributed to music and the city. Artha Franklin was not just a musical icon, but the soul of Detroit. The city was intertwined with her, from the warm churches to the vibrant record stores and soulful clubs. Her powerful voice echoed from the very streets of the city, becoming the undeniable heartbeat of Detroit. Artha gave everything to her beloved city, hosting charity concerts, mentoring young artists, and proudly representing her hometown in every corner of the world. However, when Eminem rose to prominence in the early 2000s, becoming the new face of Detroit for a new generation, Artha expected at least a nod, a word of gratitude, or even a sample acknowledging her foundational role in the city's musical career. But that acknowledgement never came. Eminem mentioned countless hip-hop legends, rock icons, and even other Detroit natives, yet Artha Franklin was never once mentioned. For many, it might have seemed like a harmless oversight, but for Artha, it was a deliberate act of erasure. She courageously broke countless barriers in an industry that was never built to accommodate her, where black women were frequently sidelined. Artha paved the way for women, for all the artists from Detroit, and especially for Eminem, those who wanted to prove their worth. A friend once recalled a moment during a private dinner when Eminem's name was mentioned. Artha simply shook her head quietly, saying, "He knows who I am, he just chooses not to care." When asked in interviews about Eminem's lyrics, she simply responded with one word, "Oh," a word that conveyed her disdain. There were no public confrontations, no dramatic debates, just a profound silence and a relationship that would never be mended. Artha Franklin lived her entire life with the weight of the crown, Queen of Soul. And when she chose not to bless someone, it carried a deep significance. But Artha's deep betrayal did not only come from a rapper, but also from a man famous for his piano skills and radiant smile, Billy Joel. Artha, who had always admired Billy Joel from afar, held deep respect for his songwriting ability and crowd